Getting everyone to load in. We are loaded in. Hello!
Hello.
Hey! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Session 7. More D&D time. But before we get started with our recap, we have a special thing. A special announcement. If you look down on my Twitch page at our panels, we now have... A drum roll, please. Anyone? No? Okay.
Who's got it?
Thank you.
There
Thank you.
I was doing the drum, but it didn't pick up.
Drums.
Oh, actually, hold on. Where the fuck
shoving
is
soup
it?
in my mouth. Sorry.
Oh,
Damn it,
well,
wrong drum.
well, okay, well, all right. Hey, all right, good stuff. Anyways, if you scroll down, you'll see that we now have an Eternal Arcadia bit menu. That's right. We've added even more interaction. Oh, baby, did you reset the gobos? Can you reset the gobos real quick while I'm talking about this?
What?
Thank you.
No.
The gobos aren't. I don't think I've turned the gobos on because I was stupid.
Hold on. Oh, I bet you that command isn't even on. Hold on. I'll do that right now while you do that.
Okay, cool. Anyways, so if you scroll down, you'll see that we now have an Eternal Arcadia bit menu. That's right. On top of being able to feed Hjef and Glump, and we are adding Jube. Make sure you add a Jube one now. What is Jube eats dumplings?
Dumplings.
Yeah.
It is the dumpling.
On top of that, you now have the ability to throw bits to influence the campaign. So I'm just gonna go through them from top to bottom. For 500 bits, once per campaign, per player, you can add or subtract 1 to any of our rolls. So if you want to help us out, or if you want to do the funny haha and fuck Chamali because he is not allowed to shoot anything correctly ever, you can do that now. We also have for 800 bits, unlimited times that you want to do this. You can pay 800 bits for a short rest for the party.
Fucking GG.
1,000, kind of, 1,000 once per game, per stream. You can add 1 hit die to an enemy. For 1,500 once per campaign, you can add a random battle encounter for us. For 3,000, and this is an unlimited one, for 3,000 bits at any point, you can pay for 2d6 healing for the entire party. For 5,000, this one is also unlimited. For 5,000 points, you can do 3d10 heal for 1 character of your choosing. And 10,000 total. So depending on if you just want to drop 10,000 or if we hit 10,000 bits overall, we will all get a Hjef coin for each of us. And this one is 1 per session. So if we get to 10,000, anything after that will not count for extra Hjef coins, but that's just for funny ha-has. So now you have even more opportunities to engage with the campaign and either help or hinder us, which is going to be really fun. I'm very excited for this to go on. I see. Why are you saying he 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 he? Are you? What do you mean? Why are you he he heing? You guys are only going to do.
They are
Read
they
Jim's
are
part.
stirring
To
the
us.
fuck with the rolls.
You are only doing nice things. You are only going to help us, right? You would never hinder us. Oh, you know. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Okay. With that out of the way, so we've got the bits thing. I also have a super secret announcement that I think we will have an I'm just gonna keep it a secret. Never mind. Make sure you pay attention to future sessions because something really cool is happening. And with that, I will allow
We'll have
Oni...
a session next week.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I'm just gonna keep it a secret. I know next week we're not, but the week after we're gonna go back to it. I'm gonna give it over to Oni to give us our recap of last session.
When last we left off, Yafutoma and the Eastern Sun finally free. The people breathed a collective sigh and partied throughout the night for the first time in many years. They were free. Come the morning, the party had finally started hiring their first crew members. After collecting the collective gobos of Yafutoma, reacquiring the now upgraded weatherlight. Yeah. English today, not my specialty. The party prepares to head back to Milfort Isle, preparing and planning for the infiltration of the Valua nation. We go now to our party.
Ooh, those recaps give me goosebumps.
Even when I can't do English right.
It's still so good. You're so good. You're just so good.
You're very good.
Top notch every time.
Fuck the
lot of y'all.
wins. Never miss.
Fuck the lot of y'all.
Hey, be nice
Anyway.
to me!
Where is it? Where is it?
Be nice to me!
So,
Milf
as always, before we start today, since it has become ceremonial at this rate, I require one of you to make the sacrificial first roll of the session. I need to know how today is going to play out.
Ooh.
I got it.
Oh God, no! Oh, okay.
Oh, it's
Okay.
going to be one of those days. Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Oh boy.
So
Well, now if
after-
shit goes wrong, we can blame me.
We already do.
After
planning to.
finishing your shopping, now that everybody is aboard with your new collective crew members, you unmoor the anchor and you prepare to you set sail once again for Milfort Isle. I'm gonna go ahead and roll one of these handy dandy little things real quick. Okie dokie.
I hate when you do that. I hate when you do that.
I like it.
I love it.
Give me
Surprise
something.
us.
Give me something to fight. I want to turn my fucking pike into a fish.
Thankfully, the trip to Milfort Isle goes smoothly.
Oh.
The crew has a chance to become acquainted. Granny Jen, in particular, loving the onboard kitchen. And after a short period of time, you set your foot back at Milfort Isle. Home sweet home as you manage to dock the ship. Stepping inside the inner port, though, you're greeted by a surprise. As each of you steps off the ship, you are greeted by the visage of Alhamira.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Oh.
Kaido. It's time.
Climb her.
We are 5 minutes in. Can you contain yourselves?
No.
No, we literally
No.
cannot. She's
No.
9 feet tall and a snake woman. You can't.
Oh, I love her.
Fuck me. Well, the fact that you all came back in one piece, I assume your trip to Valua went well?
Valoa?
Or did you go to Yafutoma first?
Yafutoma. I'm exhausted.
I would imagine. The skies are treacherous even on the best of days. But that would mean you haven't set foot in Valua yet, am I correct?
Haven't had the displeasure recently, no.
A grin kind of begins to form across her face. Then that works perfectly for me as well. I have a proposition for you. If you will all meet me in the map room, I have food prepared for you all. I wish to talk business.
Always fun when a noble wants to talk business.
I'm excited to prepare some food.
Food has been prepared ahead of time.
Oh, I thought she asked to prepare food. Ooh.
So as you all make your way through the house, the gobos breaking off, making their way to each individual part of the house. Jube having a chance to explore for herself as she goes stomping away with her pack. You join Alhamira in the map room, where she and Glump are... Just now realizing I forgot to change it back to the Milford Isle song. I don't remember what song I used for this. I'm going to quickly find this.
No worries.
Well, that's fine. I can address the raiders now. Hello, welcome in. So this is our Skies of Arcadia campaign. It is called Eternal Arcadia. It's set in the same world of the Skies of Arcadia game, if you're familiar with it. If not, you should go get it and play it. It's amazing. It's the best game ever. Best RPG ever made. Ever, ever, ever. Go take some time. I'll send you the emulator. Be my friend. I'll send you the emulator in the game right now. We have a couple commands in chat. So my character has slowly been obtaining these gobos, these little goblins from each nation to keep them as a wonderful little family. And every time we have them, we add a command for them so you can feed them.
13? No.
No. 13, get out of here.
I was about to say I'm not a bard, but I'll volunteer as tribute.
If you scroll down, we actually just recently added a bits menu as well. If you want to affect the gameplay at all, there are some fun little things you can do. But other than that, we have a timer set for the artist who did all of our wonderful art. All of our ats are available. Please make sure you follow all these wonderful creators as well. And now I'm going to shut up so we can get immersed.
As you join Alhamira and Clump in the map room, you see that they're hunched over the table. Speaking between themselves, they are scouting out a map of the Valuan border. Seeing you enter, she waves you over to the table with a smile. It is probably a good thing that you went to Yafutoma first. There has been a bit of a development in Valua. Frankly, if you had gone in an unprepared state, I doubt you would have come back at all.
What sort of development?
Between the war between my nation and Valua, there have been scuffles, exchange of blows, if you... Because of this, Valua is on high alert, and due to a recent air raid, thank courtesy of one Decat, she kind of points to the borders of the map. Air travel within Valua has become strictly prohibited. No ship in, no ship out.
Well, that's not good.
There is a way into the country, and I was going to have some of my men go on behalf of a mission for myself. The fact that you need into the country, I think once again we can work together. If you would be willing to hear out my proposal, that is.
Yeah.
Worked out fine before.
Absolutely.
Perfect. She kind of reaches across the table, grabbing a folded up piece of parchment. Pulling it back, she unfurls it, revealing the visage of an ornate-looking, what appears to be train?
Oh, the train episode.
The Empress of Valua, she is a strange individual. She's from your neck of the woods area.
Oh?
An old Yafutoman noble. She married into the royal family. Shortly after marrying the emperor, he was found dead. She has since taken the throne and rules the country with an iron fist. One measure of her worth as an empress, she points to the illustration of the ornate-looking train, is this. It is a mobile factory designed and created specifically for her. Inside, they are working on a project that needs to be stopped by any means. This is where you come in. She kind of leans against the table and gives each of you the side eye. If you are able to get into the country and find your way into this factory, you can shut down the project at work. If you turn it off, you are going to save millions of lives. If not, then I dare say the war is going to escalate, and it's going to put many people in danger.
I'm just going to take a stab in the dark and say that this factory isn't easily accessible to anyone not supposed to be there.
She smiles and kind of like taps her head. This one has gotten a few brain cells since last we talked. The factory is a specially designed terrain. It is a mobile operation. It works independently on its own set of sky rails, traveling between each of the ports in Valois. We have the schedule and we know where it is going to be stopping next. It stops at each port for only a day to 2 at most before moving on, never staying stationary for too long. This makes it very difficult to get into, very difficult to approach, especially for people from my army. However, Valois does not know your faces. You are not affiliated with me. Therefore, you could get into the country without notice.
And how are we supposed to do that?
Well, as I see it, she kind of like turns around, leaning on the table, looking up at the roof, tapping her foot in thought. There are 3 options that I can imagine. Glump is not only a master mapmaker, he is a master with the quill. He could forge passports, traders' identification, get you into the country as merchants. You wouldn't be scrutinized by the guard, and you would be free to move about as you see fit, though you would be limited to a handful of the ports, limiting how much access to the factory you would have. She holds up 2 fingers. The second option, you could enter the country instead of traders as workers. Valois is desperate for factory workers currently. If you were to enter the country as workers, you could apply to the ports that you know the factory is going to be at. This would limit your travel, but you would be able to move about unnoticed. Third, she points directly at Alexander. This one never technically left the Navy. We checked up on your records. They still consider you part of the army even if you have defected. If you were to bring back a handful of prisoners from the various other nations, she kind of gestures to the room, you would be welcome into the country with open arms. These 4 would be kept under your direct watch, and you might be able to move about freely, so long as no one looks into Alexander. These are about the only way that I can imagine getting you into the country unnoticed.
Well, Alexander, this is kind of your territory here. What do you think?
I wouldn't go that far, but most likely the second option would be our best. The first option can get us in, sure, but no guarantee we can get anywhere close to the train. Second option, I feel like, has our best chances. The third, I'd rather not even entertain.
I'd rather not be prisoner again. Even if it's for a ruse.
I'm comfortable posing as a worker.
If we are going with the worker option, thankfully, I have some options for you. Snapping her fingers, Glump jumps off the table, returning a moment later with another map. There is one entrance to Valois that is currently unrestricted. It is known as the Gyre Port. It is currently accepting workers. You would not be able to approach it with the weather lights. I could provide you a ship. You will approach the Gyre Port enter the country as working citizens, and make your way to the next known location of the factory. She taps her finger down on the map towards a marked location, circled X's, the arrows. She's gone all out. This is very important. We know that the next time the factory is going to dock is in the city of Havenport. It is a factory town. The whole place is like a living mechanism. Beautiful machinery, but very rarely does it ever become night. I could not imagine living in daylight. If you enter the country, you will be able to make your way to Havenport. We have a base set up in an abandoned inn in the city. I will provide you with the key and the location. You can use this as your base of operation and try and get a layout of the city. You will have 3 days before the factory docks. When it is there, you will have to get into it, complete the mission, and get out as fast as possible. If you miss this opportunity, you're going to have to track the train down. If you are caught, or the plan gets sniffed out, you will have to try and evacuate the country as fast as possible before you are caught. If you get caught, I cannot help you.
No pressure or anything.
She grins at Alexander. Yes, but isn't your little group great under pressure?
Oh yeah, we just thrive. I'm realizing I should probably find a cloak, though. I might have a poster there.
I mean, as long as there's no stairs.
Oh, there's plenty. Trust me.
Oh, wonderful.
There is as many elevators as there are stairs, though.
Ooh, elevators.
Now, if you have any business that you must attend to, I suggest you get it done now. The plan for Valor will start by morning. Take care of any business that you must attend to now, and we will set sail first thing we'll set sail at first light. Oh, and Kaido, darling. There was a racket outside in your stables. You might want to go ahead and handle that.
Ooh.
You saw
got-
Adam's like,
we got
"Fine,"
scores.
and then walks out.
So as Kaido makes his way out towards the southern half of the island, towards the freshly built stables, you see in one of the capture pens, there is, in fact, a skyhorse.
Oh!
It is making an ever-loving racket trying to get out of the wooden pen. So you're going to have to try and tame it if you want to keep it around.
How this goes? It's Kaido.
So
Kaido gets a sky pony.
No. There's no promises in that part.
Kaido gets a chance at a sky pony.
Kaido
the way-
gets a chance at a
Come
pony.
on, buddy.
Now that you've actually managed to use the stables, allow me to explain how the stables work. During each of your missions, you set bait for various animals. When you come back, I roll on a table, and there's a chance that the animal that you baited for will be in the pen. If it's there and you want to keep it on the island for personal use, you must succeed 3 separate checks. Consider it like death saving throws, but for taming. For a skyhorse, you must succeed 3 animal handling checks. First, to get its attention, to get its trust, and then to tame it.
Oh, we're gonna.
If you fail a check, there's a chance that it stays in the pen. But if you fail badly enough, it breaks free, and you have to try again the next time you return. So for this first round, you're going to roll me an animal handling check.
Oh, this is gonna go bad.
No, believe. We believe.
Yes, huh?
I believe in you.
10.
So as you approach the stable, you can tell that the horse is spooked. It doesn't want to be here. It sees you approaching and starts to tense up.
Whoa.
You try to calm it down. You try to soothe its nerves, but it is having none of it. Thankfully, it's too distracted to try and break out of the pen, but it is not going to be paying any attention to you today. It is too frazzled.
Well, it's worth a shot.
I'm about to bring Shamali with me.
Well, you want me to beat it into submission?
No, you're not beating into submission.
You will have a chance to try again in the morning before you leave for Valois. But today's check is a bust.
Yeah, my wisdom's not very good, so.
Can any of us try? Or is it only Kaido?
Anyone can try.
I want to try.
It's just the animals in the stable become loyal to whoever successfully tames them.
Okay, it'd be kind of funny if I took
lend
the horse from Kaido.
So if anybody would like to try their hand in an animal handling check,
You take his horse, he's gonna take a gobbo. Just saying.
He's
Oh,
already
he kind of already
taken. He's
has.
already taken fucking Borf from me.
All right, well then, Arya, as you make your way outside to go check on Kaido, you see the beautiful visage of the sky horse, the almost aquatic-looking beast able to freely dance among the clouds. Taken aback, you approach the pen. Give me an animal handling check.
Okay,
I already just told you, you're welcome to try if you want.
just
I'm
normal.
not good with animals. Nope.
Nope. Don't like me either.
Seeing a second person approach, it starts rampaging through the pen. If you do not skedaddle, it is going to break down the wood and it will kick your teeth in before it flies off the island.
Oh,
We will try another time.
oh, good God. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I don't need a horse.
He's like, nah, I'm good.
I think the only thing that Arya would do in preparation for tomorrow would just be to work with Granny Jen to like make sure we have meals.
I do want to talk to Borf.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Arya is now afraid of horses.
So, as each of you prepares in your own way for the raid on Valois, Alhamira does bring up one point. Gathering each of you in the dining area, she introduces you to a stout-looking Nazirian soldier. The man doesn't speak much, but you can tell that he's an experienced pilot. From the manifest that I gave you, this is one of the men in my country who's looking for work. He used to be one of mine, but he has since left the Navy due to injury. He is a top-notch pilot. For our plan to work, what I'm going to have him do, she lays out another map pointing to an alcove off the border near the Guy Airport. In case anything goes wrong, the weather light will be stationed nearby. My men will be able to check in on you while you are in the country. If anything goes wrong, you try to make your way back to the Guy Airport, where the ship will be awaiting you.
And if they lock down the port?
Namun here will be ready to pilot at any time.
Fair.
You good at piloting?
He just grunts and nods.
Ooh, I like him.
So, if there's any preparation that must be done... Why am I still talking like Alhamira? If there's any preparation that needs to be done before we get on to the next section of the story, now would be the time to take care of it.
Yes. Need to prepare decoctions for the morning of. Like, in the morning. They're only good for 12 hours, but that'll be the entire morning.
Decoctions can be cooked during travel. So, you're going to have a chance
No, I want them ready before we leave.
Okay. Then you're going to have a chance to make this in the morning. I know Kaido wants to talk to Borf, but does anybody have...
Please eventually make bullets.
That's just something you can do during the night.
Yeah, but I was curious about the pepper bullets and didn't know if that was something I needed to talk with you about. And it's been 3 sessions. I want to figure out my pepper bullets.
The spicy bullet.
From the ammo exploit or the experimental ammo?
Oh, I was just gonna see if I could just like try and invent a different ammo type. I wanted to do some tinkering.
So you are currently limited to the ammo exploits and the experimental ammo based on your class.
Oh, why didn't you tell me this 3 sessions? Okay.
You will be able to invent more ammo when you gain the ability to do so. It is a slightly higher level feat that lets you do that.
Okay, I didn't realize that was its own thing. All right.
Yeah, you just hold on to it till next time. We've been getting levels pretty consistently.
Yeah, I just wish I knew earlier.
I need to find Kaido about something, but he can talk to Borf first. I'm fine with that. I can wait.
So Kaido, as you make your way to the forge tower, you see Borf hard at work, jumping up and down on the gallows, getting the forge all lit up and brought to life. He's just in his element in here.
My hammer. I'm here for my hammer, if you have it.
Nodding, he jumps into the furnace.
Huh?
A few seconds later, he reemerges holding a reinforced warhammer.
Hmm.
You can see the pride in his dumb little grin.
Doesn't hold his hand out. May I?
He just kind of like waddles over and lifts it up, handing it to you.
That's what I like you. You do great work.
I reinforced the bearings. Hammer no break. Steel tang all through handle. Head is reinforced moon crystal.
I was into that thing where he like swings it under his arm, like swing it around like a circle, and then swing it back and forth. Just, I like this.
Roll me a performance check. No, I'm not going to do that to you.
I'm curious. No one else has seen it before.
I mean,
Do it!
you
Do it! Do it!
17.
So you give it a graceful spin, testing the weight, testing the tang. It flows effortlessly in your hand. It's like an extension of your arm.
He's gonna like. I think this is the first time he's actually given him a coin. I know he did once, I think. But he puts it in his pocket and grabs a coin and hands it down to him.
You know what I just realized?
Hmm.
We have art for the gobos. So if the
that we
viewers
do.
actually wanted a visual representation of what they look like, you have that art now.
I do, but there's 2 gobos. Do you have the one that blocks out the ones that we haven't seen yet?
I do.
Send me that one and I'll put it up on the screen.
Do you want the one that also blocks out the one you're about to meet?
Yes.
Because y'all haven't met Thibble yet.
Thibble! I'm so excited for Thibble! Thibble.
Circus.
The circus.
Afro.
Afro circus. Afro circus.
I unironically watched that this morning while preparing D&D stuff. It is a comfort movie
Fair.
because it's so stupid. Here you go. The visual representation with the 3 yet to be met blurred out.
Perfect.
And because it is a big file, it had to be sent as a file.
Let me hit that sweet download. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Relax. Don't open up there. Fuck. Hold on.
I mean, if it opens as a tab, you're just able to show everybody.
Okay, everyone, are you ready to see the visual representation of our gobos? Only the ones that we have now. The other
Art
ones are
done by-
spoilers.
Art done by the wonderful Gem.
Oy.
Wonderful, Jim.
Everybody thank Gem.
Everyone thank Gem!
The babies.
Look at the
Thank you, Gem.
babies! Hold on. With a height comparison.
I love
Look
that
at
white
the
goblin so
babies!
much. Look at them, little rat man.
Look at the babies! So this one is, the white one is Jeff. The green one is Borf. The blue one is Joop Joop. And the little red baby one at the bottom, that's Glump!
And the other 3 that have yet to be revealed are color coordinated as Valoa, Glacia, and Soltis's gobos, respectively.
Look at these babies! Ah! I can't. I love Joop Joop so much.
She's a little chunker.
She's a
Yeah,
little
cutie.
She's a little chunky. Okay, boop.
And we can all thank Gem for making Hef the little fucking Tumblr sexy man slut era.
Thank you, Gem!
Thanks, Gem.
Nice, Jim.
You did so good on the babies!
Amazingly done.
I did not mean to derail there. I had to I had to whore out my partner's art because I love them. I love
good.
the gobos. They're
Go for it, yeah.
In fact, Gem, if you happen to have them separate, like each one separate, I will add them to the slideshow in the beginning. So that it can be included.
So I believe we have one quick interaction between Alexander and Kaido before we move on.
Yep. Alexander's gonna knock on the door to the forge and just kind of step in. Oi, short man, you here? I need to talk to you about something.
Mm-hmm. I
Is-
guess you'll see him with the new hammer and whatnot.
Is Borf still here in the forge?
Yep.
Alexander's gonna go. Borf, how about you go find Arya for just half a second? Kind of need to talk with Kaido in private.
Okay. He kind of just waddle runs out of the room.
You know, they're starting to grow on me.
I like a few of them.
So Alexander's gonna shut the door and draw the non-green sword. Just kind of pass it over to Kaido. Take a feel for this. See if you notice anything special about it.
He's gonna grab the sword and try to examine it. It's about the same sword, besides you put the stuff into it.
Precisely. If anything happens while we're in Valoa, and I know you like to grab and collect weapons, if something happens, take that one, not the green one. Leave me the green one.
I wish to be buried with my green sword.
Thrown overboard with his green sword.
Also reminds me, I guess if y'all never saw it, he's gonna start hanging up the ball and chain whatever he got from the ninja.
Oh, are you just gonna keep your weapon collection in there from like your exploits?
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's your trophy room. Oh.
I'm pretty sure. God, wouldn't mind either.
Borf.
Right.
Yeah, both.
So, your first trophy of the campaign, you hang up the weighted whip chain. It decoratively adorns your wall.
Alexander is going to motion for it to have the sword back. Just personal favor from me. How's that?
Okay. He swings it around a little bit and then hands you, grabs it, like holds it from the tip of the sword and then hands it over to you.
Thank you kindly.
Jem, the only issue with the green sword saving the campaign is it has yet to hit anything.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think I've even hit anything with it yet.
Alexander's green sword is like Chamali with any ranged weapon. It doesn't happen.
Listen.
No, you know what?
Listen,
I hit
but
the
it
peasant
will.
with it.
It
I hit the peasant with it.
He did. Listen, he's gonna kill a Gigas with it. I guarantee.
Bet. All right. So, with all that out of the way,
So basically told me you want to be buried with the green sword if something happened?
Basically, if you only have the time to grab a weapon, if everyone else needs to run and Alexander's dead, just take the iron sword.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would have grabbed the green sword just so it reminds you more of you. But
exactly why he felt he needed to say something.
So.
Or I'll grab the pike. Or
don't you touch my pike.
It's gonna mount it on the wall like a fish.
He's gonna mount a living fish on the wall, and every time he goes to the forge, it's gonna be like, "Help me, please!"
Singing fish on the wall.
Oh my god, the fucking singing bass.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
As each of you prepares for the start of the raid, drifting off to sleep, the events of the next few days weigh heavily on your mind.
Can I headcanon that the Gabos sleep with Arya?
Sure.
Good, I want them all in a big pile.
They are grown people.
Let me have this! Let me have this! Man. Yeah, oop. Nope, don't move Tinks. Put Tinks back.
The raid on the Yellow Nation begins. When you wake up in the morning, you note that Alhamira is gone. She's left behind workers' permits, and Namun is preparing the ship for travel. He informs you that he'll be taking the Weatherlight to the cove to dock. You've been provided with a worker's vessel that will take you to the Gyre port. Kind of like a flying disguise, if you will.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is everybody ready?
We're ready.
Ready as we'll ever be.
Can you give me my hammer just in case?
Yeah, take your hammer.
I don't know how to put it. Is it just get an item or add item?
I will add it to your sheet real quick. It was a warhammer, correct?
Every force warhammer, yeah.
Exactly, Gem. I'm constantly getting them water at night because they thirsty.
In case something goes wrong, then I have it, you know.
There you go.
Thank you. Let's go.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
So, as you board the ship, the travel towards Valua is fairly uneventful. As you approach its borders, though, you are greeted by the sight of the warfaring nation. The sky is dark under a heavy, endless storm of thunderous clouds. The few areas of light, brief respites from never-ending dark. Some simulated, others breaks in the cloud. One such is your destination. As you approach, you dock at the Gyre port. Here you see crafts from just about every nation.
I said I didn't have a token to view this scene.
I forgot to turn the lighting off.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, ah.
At the Gyre port, you see people and ships of every nation. This is a trade and workers' port, where people come and go to try and find work in the industrial nation. At the center of the Gyre port is a large tube-like elevator, dropping from the cloud plane directly into the nation below. You each present your passports, and you're swiftly guided towards the entry to the nation. You each give each other a look, with the understanding that when you set foot in Valua, there will be no coming out. Are you prepared? Or is there anything you would like to do before you set foot in the land of the Yellow Moon?
I would like to look for the silly hat merchant for some magic boxes, if there is one here.
He is not currently here.
Okay, that was the only thing I wanted.
Is there anyone I can buy like a cloak?
You ask
from?
around. You ask around, and the exotic merchant is found in Valoa, though.
Okay.
What's up, Tinks?
I was wondering if there was anyone I could buy like a cloak from. Hide, my ears a bit better.
So
Like a hat or a
it doesn't look like there's an actual shop set up here. There are lots of merchant vessels, but most of them have unloaded their various wares into Valoa already. So there will be plenty of shops and markets in the nation proper where you can buy anything you might need.
Got it. Well then, yeah, I don't have any business here. Like, let's get into Valua.
We're ready to go.
Alexander is like nervously bouncing his leg. Right.
This next little bit, fun fact, breaking character here. This next scene is, so you know how I've been inserting like fan service and Easter eggs to the games?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one, and I'm really hoping Pin picks up on this. As you travel down the pipe, you are greeted by a railcar station. And inside, you are greeted by the prototype, the first of its kind, the Monoceros railcar.
Ooh.
Please tell me you remember the reference.
No. Isn't that the Monoceros? Is that the noble you meet?
It's Galcian's flagship, the Monoceros.
Oh my god! Oh! I'm coming. Oh, I love that. That's so good!
Here, though, it's the name of the prototype railcar that will eventually become the train in the games.
Nice. Galcian was so hot.
Uncomfortably so.
Uncomfortably hot. Just angry and hot and big. Like, is Alexander still like kind of fidgety and nervous?
Oh, he's gonna be fidgety
Probably ever since you set foot in this train car station, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as you set foot in this station, you're reminded of something that Alhamira had told you before setting out. With air travel restricted throughout Valoa right now, the only way to go from port to port is the Monoceros. So this will be your main form of travel while you're in Valoa.
Well, at least I don't gotta drive a boat no more.
Is this the train that we're supposed to stop?
No.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. You will know it when you see it.
So are we still technically not in Valua yet, so we can't go shopping? We just gotta get on the train?
No, you're in Valua.
Oh, okay.
The Gyre port is one of the border ports. So this station does have shops. You're technically in Valua. You're just not in Valua proper.
Got it. No mer- is
Think
the...
of the station like an airport or a train station. There are definitely shops. It's just not proper shops.
Got it. Okay.
Mostly like 7-Elevens built into the walls.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend 800 gold at a shitty Subway.
Fair.
Okay.
All right. Flashing your passports and purchasing tickets, you board onto the Monoceros. Your next stop, Havenport. Warning! This is where I'm going to be playing a video intro. It is loud as fuck. Reduce the noise of your screen if you do not want to be deafened.
Already did. Thank you for the
I'm
heads
ready
up.
not to hear anymore.
Wait. Can you play music real quick so I could, because I have so many windows open, I don't know which window it is because it's just telling me the browser and not exactly what I'm on. Just like put a little tune on so I see which one activates.
I did.
Let me see. Okay, let me see. Where are you, you little bastard? Found it. Okay, I'm ready.
Perfect. So, as you board the rail car, it takes a few hours of travel, but eventually the Monoceros pulls in, and as you step out of the rail car, you step out of the railway station, you're greeted by Havenport. And I am just now remembering it's going to take a minute for it to load for you guys.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
Ooh.
Oh, it is real pretty though.
Oh, this is so cool.
Music choice is top notch.
Oh, I
Welcome.
love that.
Welcome to the factory city of Havenport.
That's so cool. You're so cool, Odie.
All right, that's pretty sweet.
That's so badass.
That was a real good.
I go above and beyond for good storytelling. The streets are bustling with people. By the various fashions, you can tell there are some upper nobles here for the sake of shopping. Most of the people here are workers. Of varying degrees, you can see factory managers, low-wage workers, anything that you could possibly imagine. There are shops, inns, restaurants. This entire city is a working mechanism. From its buildings to its people. Everything is constantly in motion. Pulling out the small map that Alhamir had given you, there are directions towards the Roquefort Inn. You can either head towards your base of operations now, or explore a little bit. Whichever you would prefer.
I'm going for that merchant.
I'm gonna go with Arya if we're gonna go to the merchant's place because I gotta find some fabric.
Ooh, the girls are going shopping. You said fabric? Oh
yeah, I need a bit more to possibly hide. I don't know if I've got posters or in my ears kind of stick out a bit more than y'all.
Well, they're not gonna like me, are they? It's actually a question for the DM.
Kaido and Tanks are going to be prejudiced against constantly. The people of Valoa will either believe that you are indentured servants to the rest of the party, or assume that you are lower class in some capacity.
Low classes than these.
Now, I have a question, Oni. Since Arya has an affinity for clothing, could I just give Tinks, like, a cloak? I would assume Arya would have something like that.
You certainly could. However, looking around, you can tell the distinct fashion sense of the Valoan people. If you want to fit in, it might be worth getting the entire party refitted.
I'm excited. Me and Tinks are going on a fucking wardrobe shopping extravaganza, baby.
Because the last
I feel like I might fit in a little bit around here.
The last thing you want to do is stand out.
Makes sense. So after the merchant, Arya and Tinks are gonna go shopping for outfits for everyone.
There is a specialty tailor, you were told, on North Street.
Oh my god. I know what this... Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, no, this is perfect.
So, as you approach the street vendors, you are greeted by the sight of the exotic merchant.
Hello, hello. What can I get for you today?
Hello, sir. Do you have any magic boxes?
I do.
He pulls out his magical little roll and sets it out.
Brand new in stock. Riesling box.
Ooh.
Is that it?
It is all I could require.
How much?
I have Riesling box, 150 gold per piece.
Oh. I don't have enough money.
Things are gonna be a little more expensive here, I'd imagine.
I think we're going to need Kaido for this shopping adventure. Can we go back and grab Kaido and then come back? I'm gonna drag Kaido.
Run and literally drag his ass.
Yes. Kaido, we need money. Come.
Why don't you ask the queen when you walked away?
Come here, you walking money pouch.
You walking money pouch?
Why don't you ask the queen when you were going out to get money from her?
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, now come.
Doesn't the ship have a bunch of money?
Yes, but you can't access the ship.
Yeah, we don't have the ship right now.
Oh, shit.
I'm so confused.
We've only got Kaido.
For this next section of the story, you are sans Weatherlight.
Mm-hmm. So if Kaido is willing, I would like to ask him to purchase a Riesling box for me.
And what does it do?
If you die, it brings you back.
Oh, that is a little handy.
Pin.
What?
It's not a Rhythm box. It's a Rizzalem box. It's a party-wide second chance at life.
Ooh, even better. Ooh. If yeah.
It was something stupid. He wouldn't get it. I hope you know that right now.
Oh, Kaido, please. This is something...
Fine, but I'm keeping it on me.
It's...
I'm paying for it.
Fine.
It's only fair.
It's only fair.
He's also the most likely to be the
Yeah,
last
I'm most
to die.
likely not to die here.
That is so true.
Oh, he's like, I'm going after your ass, Nick.
Alrighty, so I will add that to your inventory in a little bit.
I'll pump them.
You
150, right?
You begrudgingly hand the merchant 150 gold pieces.
Thank you for your business. I will see you next time.
Please don't.
All right, next up, Kaido, if you'll head this way. I believe a change of attire for all of us is in order.
It looks down at the armor. What's wrong with this?
Well, and Arya is just gonna point to various people in the crowds as they are whispering to each other and pointing back at Kaido and Tinks and giving looks.
I'm already unwelcomed here. What's the point?
Right. So a change of attire might help just a little bit at blending in, and, a nice little wardrobe change won't help. They all have very interesting styles here, don't you think?
How the hell am I supposed to change? I'm shorter than everybody else.
Oh, that's why we're going to head to a tailor. They're specifically going to make something for you. It'll be fun, Kaido, I promise.
Oh, are they going to make me taller?
They might!
You wish.
I've heard of various garments you could wear specifically on your feet. That will give you a height.
He's just looking at you like he's just tired of shit.
Well, come on, let's go.
The entire time, Alexander's head is just even more on a swivel than normal. He is like nervous as shit.
Are we just gonna take everyone?
So, is the party proper making their way to the tailor shop, or has anybody broken off?
Alexander would have been silently following behind, keeping an eye on everything, at least.
I am not breaking from the group. I don't want to get grabbed.
So what does Jamali do?
I would assume
Jamali would have just followed along.
Yeah, very quiet.
All right.
Completely disregarding the whole fashion situation.
Arya's gonna arm loop with Alexander and be like, "This is gonna be fun. Come on."
Sure, right, yeah, fun.
So, as you make your way to North Street, you are greeted by the sight of the Eye and Ear, a specialty tailor shop. Setting foot inside, there are fabrics strewn about the place, various workers running. It's a bustle of business, and in the center of it all, standing atop a podium directing the chaos, is a small golden individual. Long ears and a mop of golden hair decoratively wrapped around them in a braid, a fluffy tail flicking across the podium that they stand on. And as you enter, they stop barking orders and finally direct their attention towards you. You come to my store. What do you want?
Clothing.
Obviously. I was not asking for obvious. I was asking, what do you want?
Well,
can only style so much.
Well, as you can see, me and my compatriots here don't exactly fit in. We would love a specific outfit for each of us to kind of fit the style.
Jumping off of their little podium, the gobbo makes their way over to you. Kind of circling each of you individually, tugging at the fabrics, poking and prodding. They let out little grunts and hums and haws. Stand out is true. You have, how you say, no sense.
I like this one.
Oh.
They cross their arms, kind of giving you a little sassy pose. Especially in this land. You stick out like sore thumb. It's awful sense of fashion. Eyesores. This one in particular. He points directly at Arya.
What?
See you coming.
Kind of just start laughing.
What?
See you coming from a mile away. Beautiful silk does not work here.
Okay.
First time Kaido laughs.
Gotta get a bit more grease on you.
Well, I do want to point out that being noticed is a good thing.
He raises a finger to quiet you down.
Oh.
I did not ask. You come.
The first time Kaido laughs in the campaign is when he makes fun of her fashion sense.
How dare.
Oh, it's the reverse Arya. She's getting called away.
It's
Come.
Yeah, it's fucking
That's
Edna.
how.
It's
Taste of
Edna.
her own medicine.
Alexander's gonna look down at his robes. Sworn these were in fashion last time I checked.
I like this combo.
You would. Arya's gonna follow.
As you are directed through the workshop, you're brought to a special little sewing room in the back. The ceiling is lower, so Chmali has to bend down to fit into the room, but you can tell that this is the diminutive little creature's personal workspace. They grab a pincushion full of needles, snapping their finger. They direct each of you to stand at the far wall.
Gonna do as the lady says.
Yep.
They begin the process of poking and prodding, jabbing needles into your clothes, kind of making adjustments here and there. Without looking up at you, they just reply, "So what bring you to Valoa? And why?" They take a needle out of their mouth and pretty violently jab Arya in the thigh.
Ow!
"Why? You smell like family."
Oh.
Oh! Would you happen to know? Yeah, for Boar, for Glump?
As soon as you mention them, they jab you again.
Ow! Ow!
I like her.
Arya, with no disrespect, how many other multicolored goblins do you know of?
Didn't Yef say there were one for each moon? So you must be
Yeah.
Valua's.
What gave you that idea?
The stabbing.
Mostly the stabbing.
Mostly the stabbing. I mean, you did mention
Really?
the family smell, and then you stabbed me. So
Really? Stabbing? Because from look you can tell you probably get stabbed often.
that well,
I like her.
one does tend to get stabbed in this line of work. You sure are cheeky, aren't you?
It's not cheeky, it's observation. Taylor's eye, great for finding littlest detail. They jump up onto your shoulder, grabbing a good fistful of hair and pinning it up. They are not delicate in how they work, but you can tell they are very proficient at what they do.
Sorry, there was a cat needing to be let out of the room.
Meow.
Yeah, a lot of meow. What did I miss? What happened?
They jumped up on your shoulder, grabbing a fistful of hair and pinning it up.
Oh,
You can tell that they are good at what they do, but they are not exactly delicate about it.
Okay. Beauty is pain. Beauty is pain.
Not ask why you here, but give you warning now, especially if you know family. They jump off of Arya and start fiddling with Tinks's hair, grabbing another fistful and literally pulling up. If you in Valoa country, you be careful. You wear their cos. You style your hair the way they do, and you do not stand out. Or you find out they jab a needle into Tinks's scalp to hold the hair in place. Why no one leave Valoa?
You want to leave Valoa?
They jump down, making their way over to the table, grabbing a handful of silk. They've kept one eye closed this entire time, and as they open it, you can see that the scar runs through their pupil. Their reason we know live. Now, arm up.
Up.
They spend the next several minutes redecorating the party. Golden silks, style of the nation, and after what feels like 45 minutes, your clothes have been transformed into suits, dresses, and various styles of the nation. Tinks and Kaido have been given cloaks to... Well, Tinks has been given a cloak to hide her ears. Kaido has been fashioned a pair of platform pants. Special design, they have a special sole in the leg, makes him about 1.5 feet taller, so that he doesn't appear as a dwarf.
He's still gonna have stumpy little arms.
You're cutting in and out, we can't hear you.
He's still
Anyone seeing him from the outside, it looks like his knee is where his thigh should be.
His stumpy little arms. He's gonna look like a fucking baby in a trench coat.
Hello,
sir. Why do your legs bend in 3 different places?
Hello, gas station clerk. I would like to buy some alcohol.
Yes, my name is Arthur P. Freeman, and I was born in 1979.
With that, Thibble nods. It's best I can do for you. If anyone asked, I do nothing for you. Now leave my workshop.
Thank you, Thibble. We'll be back.
They've already turned around. They're at their working table. They are ignoring you completely now.
Okay, I'm gonna stop y'all for a second. Go check out memes that JD made.
Oh my god! I got the baby!
No, I'm gonna get my food. Be right back.
Hold on, I'm gonna put this on the screen. JD,
so good.
JD gave us a wonderful recreation of the outfits we just got. Hold on.
That was so fast. They said golden silk, and JD was like on it.
Here we go.
I'm so happy right now.
And don't die.
Fucking
So good.
Fucking Kaido is the baby.
Jesus
Would you look at that? He got taller.
Oh my god. Oh, that's great. Yep, that's exactly. Yep.
Oni really said, take
shit.
2d6 fire damage. Get burned.
Take 3d10 emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Would emotional damage just be psychic damage?
Yes.
I love it.
That is beautiful. JD, thank you.
But yes, now that you were all disguised up and very forcefully removed from the Einir, people have just stopped taking notice to you. Whereas you would pull looks from the various people making their way through the streets, now nobody is giving you a second thought.
Okay, I'm back.
We go down armor classes, don't we?
Kaido does. Because
cool.
Thibble could not work around the splint mail. So the splint armor is in a satchel that he has given you, or that they have given you. But currently, Kaido is unarmored.
Still a 19 armor class.
Yeah, my armor class is fine because I get bonus for no armor.
Yeah, the only people affected are Kaido and maybe Tinks?
How does I've got a question.
I think I wore leathers, didn't I? Yeah, I wear leathers.
Yeah, so only Kaido would be affected.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How does Chamali feel wearing a shirt and shoes?
And pants.
Yeah. How does Chamali feel not being a weird naked man?
He's flexing against the fabric constantly.
You doing like a
It-
full
it's-
Inosuke? Like I can't breathe in this. Like it's
Yeah, no, he feels like a snake that can't shed its skin. It's very
like that,
irritating.
It's like that thing you do when you put on a new pair of shoes, where you start like flexing your toes to feel just how much room you have. Kaido's doing that, but as a full body.
Yeah. He's constantly like leaning back, stretching his shoulder blades, leaning forward a little bit, side to side,
running his fingers in the collar, like trying to pull it away.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Just
it does make
over
him
and
quite
over.
dashing.
Wait, does he have a top hat?
Yeah, I was about to ask, does he have a top hat, a little bowler hat or something?
No, Kaido does not currently have a top hat.
No, Chamali.
But Chamali does not currently have a top hat, but since we're talking about Chamali's head, there is one very important thing.
Mm.
Oh.
Chamali is maskless.
Oh.
And is he beautiful?
That is up to Kaz.
Is Chamali beautiful? He's got to be beautiful.
Took his mask.
Tell me he's gorgeous. Does he at least have? Okay, wait. Okay, no mask, but I feel like Chamali would kind of like get a little grumpy about that. Could we do like a masquerade type mask, just covering the eyes?
Yeah, Thibble could have swung that.
Only if Chamali wants it.
He would. And he'd be clean shaven, but obviously done with like a not normal implement.
Yeah, because Chamali's mask is very much an Ixtakan thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Thibble went all out to try and make you guys fit in, so the mask came off.
Okay, but
The masquerade style mask will still cover a portion of his face, but for the first time ever, you can see Chamali's jawline.
Oh God, tell me.
Oh my God.
Is it chiseled? It looks like it's chiseled, to be honest. Look from the little peek that we get from the art.
That man's like fucking chiseled like marble.
Tell me,
marble. Let's face it.
Kaz, please tell me he's beautiful.
Oh,
This
he's
is your
like a
character,
statue
Kaz,
of a
so-
Greek god.
Oh,
Oh my God. I'm gonna lick his face. I'm not. Tinks won't. I am.
yeah, me too. I'm barking. I'm barking right now.
Bark, 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 bark.
He has a permanent like frown on his face.
I love him.
That's even hotter. Arya's
Yeah.
gonna.
The definition of unmasked Chamali, resting bitch face.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander's
So-
just gonna whistle a little bit. It's like, nah, you've been hiding that.
So, with the new disguises in hand, you pull out the map of Havenport. The Roquefort Inn is actually just down the street from where you're at.
Arya's gonna.
Would you like-
Arya's gonna slap Chamali's hand away as he's fiddling with his collar. You'll get used to it.
I don't want to get used to it.
Well, you're gonna have to while we're here.
Nah.
I mean, if you want to tear it and go get poked some more, you're welcome to, but I don't think she'd be too happy about it.
I think you look wonderful. Shall we all head
Should
to
have gone with my first idea.
your first idea of just being naked is not a good idea.
Says you.
So, making your way down the street,
Making our way
you
downtown.
turn
Sorry.
off. You turn off on one of the less busy avenues. As the crowds start to thin out, you are presented with the visage of a dilapidated-looking building. There's damage along the side, broken windows, dust collecting on every corner. This building has been abandoned for many, many years.
Is there something eye-catching about it that we would just walk past it?
The map Alhamira gave you is literally pointing at this building.
Are we sure this is the right place?
Well, if it was too done up, people would take notice.
I suppose you're right.
Valuans are good at ignoring the dilapidated and broken. Alexander's going to take the key and try to open up the door.
With a click, the door opens, and each of you briskly makes your way inside. The interior is filled with dust hanging through the air. Cobwebs adorn every corner. There's the sound of chittering rats in the hallway, and at the end of the hallway, there is a single elevator with the light flickering on and off.
This place looks haunted.
I mean, probably.
What do you mean, probably? I was making a joke.
I'd be hard-pressed to find somewhere in Valois that isn't.
Oh, well, now I'm sad.
Is there a staircase anywhere nearby?
You see one staircase, but the stairs are so worn down that if you try and climb them, you're afraid they're going to collapse under your weight.
Oh god, so death stairs or death elevator.
Oh, well. Alexander's gonna go to the elevator and just, come on, we're not getting any younger.
Okay.
As you all step onto the elevator, Alexander pushes the button. The grate closes with a rusty creak, and as the lift begins to make its ascent, it creaks, it groans, it shakes with every inch that it has to climb up. It feels like it could break from underneath you at any moment, but after a few agonizing minutes, you're brought to the top floor, and as the door swings open, you're greeted by Roquefort Hall. Your base of operations for the next few days.
Oh no, this is much nicer.
Oh, it's no Milfort, but it'll do.
Let's say while we were going up the elevator, every time it groaned, Arya grabbed onto Alexander, and then when the doors opened, she shoved him.
Hey!
And then just walked in. Oh, this is much nicer.
Literally, anytime it groaned, her grip would just get slightly tighter.
Yeah.
Like, by the end of it, nails digging into his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander's just not bothered by the groaning elevator, but he's just rubbing his arm like, ow. Rude.
So as each of you has a chance to explore throughout the hall, you see that there are a couple of amenities. Further on in the back, there's a hallway with various bedrooms. There is a fully kitted out dining area, complete with mapping table and various machines. And from the far end of the hall, the view of the city.
Oh.
A window overlooking the window overlooking the factory town. During your stay in Valois, so long as you keep cool and avoid detection, Roquefort Hall will be your base of operations. You're going to be able to come here to rest, to resupply. Roquefort Hall is filled with amenities and has been pre-stocked with various foods and commodities that you might need during your stay in Valois. There's also instructions left by Alhamira on the table, detailing where in the city you might find access to the port. One of these buildings has access to the port side of town, where tomorrow morning the factory is going to dock.
So, what do we do for today?
Get settled in, learn the city, learn the paths. Have a backup plan. It's not going to be as easy as just walking up to the to the factory and waving some papers around. Nothing we do is ever that easy.
I'm still taking in this graphic for the inside of the base. It's really nice.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
No worries.
Oh, it is very
I like
pretty.
the light and gear chandeliers.
Unity 3D engine marketplace assets are the shit.
Did you slap this together and take a picture? Or is this a picture you found?
This is a picture that I found.
Okay. You said Unity assets, and I was like, hold the fucking phone.
I mean, yeah, these are Unity assets.
Yeah.
This is a scene that was put together by somebody else using Unity market assets. It is a copyright-free image. I just cannot use Unity to save my fucking life. I've tried. It doesn't work. My brain too small for that shit.
I know that feeling.
All of my mental faculties are used for making shitpost music and D&D.
Yeah.
We don't have anything else pressing that's going to happen this evening, right? There's no reason we can't do some wandering.
Yep, so you have a couple of options. Alhamir has given you hotspots in the city where there might be access to the ports. On top of that, you have various shops and areas of Haven Port that you could explore to find various shops, points of interest, restaurants. You could eavesdrop on citizens. So you can either take the day to relax and plan out for tomorrow, or you could explore the city, try and find your way to the port. What you do is up to you.
You mind searching my sacri box in the box?
Sorry, what?
You mind switching my sacri box to the other box? I used the sacri box last time with the ship.
You still had one charge on it, didn't you?
Oh, do I? I thought I used it on the ship.
Yeah, but
It
I
comes-
think you still had a charge left.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
The
It
boxes
comes with 2 uses.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have one more left on it. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I can't get the other box. I don't know how to
Yeah,
spell it. So.
I'm adding the Rizalin box as we speak.
Alexander's going to look at the map and notice the places where you can get into port and just, all right, I'm going to go investigate those. I mean, I'd recommend don't go far, traveling in pairs. If somebody tries to sell you something, if you're not in a shop, don't buy it. Basic stuff.
Arya wants to tag along with Alexander. I was going to investigate the port things anyways.
If you're sure. I won't stop you, and I'm certainly glad for the company, but...
Inks, do you have any spare gun oil?
Gun oil? Oh, absolutely, I do. I'm gonna rummage around my pouches and find a spare bottle of gun oil and hand it over to Chamali.
Chamali sits down at the table in the base, pulls the general out, gently places him down on the table. Okay, old friend.
Just gonna watch him.
That's his entire night, is just gently polishing and oiling the general.
Polishing his gun.
Everybody's just gonna kind of see Chamali having a eloquent
intimate
conversation with the gun.
I mean, there's no conversation on one end. On his end, it's just the occasional nod and, yes, I agree.
He's stroking his general.
I do have one unfortunate piece of news for you, Chamali.
Oh, no.
You see them orange sofas over there?
Uh-huh.
There is a chessboard.
Oh, that's not an unfortunate bit of news at all.
Yeah, so the general is going to be keeping you occupied with a game of chess for the night.
Yeah, that's his whole night. An early night and more decoction prep in the morning, like before the sun's even up.
So those of you who have decided to set out to explore the city, raise your hand. Who's leaving the penthouse?
You know what?
I'm heading out.
Kai doesn't break the one rule he heard. Don't go by yourself.
Oh, you bastard.
Kaido and Tinks gotta go.
No, Tinks is watching Jamal.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
I don't know if Tinks would really want to wander the city. I won't lie. Especially after hearing like Ducat was just here. She's not going anywhere.
Let's go, the
Yeah,
three amigos.
Tanks going outside leads to one of three scenarios. Either she's stealthy enough that nobody pays her any mind, somebody notices she's Glacian, in which case they treat her like indentured servant. You know, whose bitch is this? Or somebody recognizes her from the wanted posters and she gets her ass dragged.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Kaido doesn't care. He's just going to go out.
I'm down to go with the boys.
Well, it depends, Kaido, where are you going? Because Alexander was planning on investigating entries into the port.
Oh, he's just going to look at shops.
Yeah, fair.
You gonna go by yourself?
Yeah.
You are a brave little man.
Oh my
Well, he's
god.
not- well,
he's
he's
like,
not
I got a foot and a half
That's what I
on
was
me.
gonna say.
He's got confidence now.
He's a taller man. he fears no one.
I can hear I'm going to get kidnapped.
Oh, great. Could turn to a rescue mission.
I can feel the urge of just wanting to kidnap Kaido right now.
So, Kaido,
Yep, here it goes.
I need you to roll me 2 checks real quick.
Find out if I'm going to become a prisoner of war again.
I need you to roll
gonna
me
get fucking
performance and deception checks.
You're gonna lose all our goddamn money, Kaido.
Y'all's money? I worked that myself!
Well, you're the only one with money right now, so it's our money.
We will get to
It is
Alexander
not y'all's money!
we will get to Alexander and Arya searching for the port entrance in a
what is
moment.
it?
But
What was
I
it
need
again?
Kaido to roll me performance and deception checks.
11, so that's 12 performance, and then deception is 20.
Woo!
Okay.
So- As Kaido is making his way through the busy streets, not quite used to the stilts, not quite used to being above 5 feet, he kind of stumbles and bumbles about like a newborn deer just standing on its legs for the first time. His motions are awkward and stiff, but he plays it smart. He wobbles and waves in such a way that anybody looking from a distance might simply mistake him for a slovenly drunk.
Hell yeah!
Oh
Here's that.
my god.
I'll drink to that.
Playing the role perfectly, he manages to navigate through the streets without detection, exploring the city of Havenport without anyone giving him a second thought.
He's a sloppy drunk. I'll drink to that.
Now, as for Alexander and Arya, Alhamira has noted a couple of particular areas in the city. There are possible entrances in North Street, East Street, and the old workshop annex.
My vote is for the old workshop annex.
That was going to be my guess, my vote as well. Not a lot of people around there, probably.
So, making your way through the streets, map in hand, you find yourself at a less densely populated area of town. The old workshop having long since been boarded up, dust collecting on the street, broken down houses. It is off to a city side, surrounded by walls. This place once a bustling workplace. The only life being a desolate pub across from the workshop itself, lit by a dimly lit, dingy neon sign. The interior letting out of tune piano music and the sounds of sad drunks preparing for their next day of work.
Oh, that's all too familiar.
Oh, I wouldn't take you for a drinker.
Oh, no, they've just been playing that same song for years now.
Oh, that's awful.
It gets stuck in your head.
Yeah, it already is starting to, and I'm getting a bit of a headache.
Is the door to the old workshop boarded up, you said?
Oh God!
Yes. So the workshop itself is boarded up pretty heavily. There's dust collecting on the window. The door itself has been sloppily boarded up.
I have a crowbar.
Oh,
You
no.
do in fact have one of them.
I have a crowbar. Can I crowbar the door?
Athletics check me up some fucking crowbar.
As you pull out the crowbar, Alexander's just like, where the hell have you been keeping that thing?
A lady, the lady has her secrets, Alexander.
The magical pocket. Not a strength check, an athletics check.
This is athletics.
Oh, so it is.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit of prying. Small sheen of sweat forming on Arya's brow as one by one she does eventually pull up the boards. After she's gotten 2 or 3 of the several boards off of the door, beginning to pant and wheeze, the door opens inwards. And what appears to be a homeless vagrant occupying the workshop kind of gives you the side eye.
I'm horrible. My first thought was to hit him with the crowbar.
Don't.
He just kind of like, with a bit of a slosh in his voice, he says, "Did you not even try opening the door? He says push, you dumb..."
Go sleep it off, Grandpa. We just gotta look around here for something.
Yeah, whoever boarded up the door forgot to
actually lock it.
Yeah, they didn't realize that it was a push, not a pull.
Well, shit, we still would have needed... The boards would have been in the way.
There were only like 4 or 5 of them.
You didn't tell me that.
I said it was very sloppily boarded up.
Yeah. I just figured they did a bad job.
Easier escape if we need to. Alexander's going to politely push his way in and start looking around for whatever it is we're going to be looking.
Inside, you're greeted by the sight of the broken down factory, machines in disrepair, belts breaking as the building threatens to collapse in on itself. There's dust in the air, rust in every corner of the room, the smell of death and decay as you can see various homeless men and women who have taken up shelter in this abandoned building. And off to the far end, the very end of the workshop, is an open door with the smell of port air blowing into the building.
Two gold says that's our target.
I was going to say, that looks like our way in.
Alexander's going to cross over there and kind of like peek his head through, see where exactly it dumps us out in the port.
So the phrase port can be taken quote unquote here. Because while this could definitely be a port for the mobile train, To the untrained eye, it just looks like a drop off. It is a sheer cliff into the clouds below.
Whoa.
A break in the terrain.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna have to jump on the train.
Well, if it's docked, maybe we can just climb in. Maybe this factory used to supply trains that stopped here.
Maybe. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
So
Where are you? Sorry.
With the destination discovered and a plan in mind, you make your way back to the Roquefort.
While we're moving, heading back, Alexander's just... He looks like he's trying to choose his words very carefully before he just says, I never had much of a family, so I would love to hear about yours sometimes. It doesn't have to be now, not... We kind of have pressing matters, but just...
Aw, they're
anytime.
bonding.
Oh! Arya's gonna take out a fucking Yahoo Toman photo wallet, and she's gonna splay it open and be like, okay, so this is loot, and she's just gonna start pointing at everyone and fucking gabbing and going a million miles a minute, and you really aren't able to keep track of any of it, but she's just so happy.
He's doing his damnedest. That's a lot of family.
They were very dear to me.
By the time you two set foot back in Roquefort Hall, Arya's constant jabbering left her completely unaware of the rickety ride up. And Alexander's brain is just fried trying to take all this new info in.
JD has suggested perception roll to pay attention to every detail.
Roll me perception.
Alright, fair enough. My passive perception of a 22 doesn't do anything for me here.
That's pretty good, though.
He gets like 90% of what you're talking about. There are little itty bits and pieces where you kind of started rambling off in Yafutoman, and he doesn't speak that Eastern shit. He doesn't speak your Blue Moon language.
Fucking weeb.
You fucking Blue Moon speak.
That Eastern shit. The doors are gonna open. Oh, and this is Fugue. Fugue was such a little scam. She used to always take her pants off and run around in the rain.
Arya will continue speaking this. Arya continues this trend, speaking for the next few hours as the sun begins to set, and by the time she finally stops, it is dark. You settle in for the night, Arya having finally gotten all that energy out of her system, Alexander's brain quite thoroughly fried, Chamali having had a eloquent evening with the general, Tink's confused what the fuck Chamali's been up to.
Just sitting there for hours, listening to him play chess by himself, going,
I'm hiding it as working on my own gun, but like I'm just side-eyeing. I'm like, is he okay?
And Kaido eventually
What's wrong with him?
Kaido eventually manages to stumble his way back. And so each of you, laying down in the beds that you find in the dormitories, settles in for the night. Tomorrow, you begin the operation. Everything needs to go perfectly, because if it doesn't, all hell is about to break loose.
That's when we do our best work.
That is when we do our best work.
It's not wrong. I usually just throw Kaido in there and just get it done, and he takes all the I'm trying to take all the damage, then it goes straight to Alexander.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! Don't fuck this up, chuckle fucks.
Right, I'm gonna go pour me a glass of drink. Wait, I'll be right back before we start the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna die here.
I even did the fucking animation. You can't get up after I do the animation.
Look, you said don't fuck this up, and Kaido was like, I gotta get a drink. Arya has made breakfast for everyone.
Oh, bless.
Alexander has just been poring over the map of the district, looking over things, trying to make sure everything goes perfect. Because if it doesn't, we're stuck in his least favorite place ever.
Arya's gonna poke him on the cheek.
Nah, what?
She's gonna shove egg in his mouth.
The
No,
table
good,
is
thank you.
crowded with both the map being unraveled and the rest of the space being full of Chamali's weird bullshit as he's been doing decoctions since before the sun came up.
Arya's gonna poke Chamali on the cheek and shove
Oh,
egg
no.
in his mouth.
Oh, egg.
I'm gonna need our strength today. Where's Tinks?
I'm back.
She's probably on the couch, passed the fuck out.
No, I like that. Don't fuck up, Chuckle Fox.
Arya's gonna gently pat Tinks on the head to wake her up.
Basically, Jim. Don't fuck this up. All right, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go fuck everything up.
When Tinks wakes up, she's gonna shove egg in her mouth.
Oh, God. Egg.
Can you please don't put your egg in her mouth, please?
I have made breakfast for everyone, and you will eat it. And it is delicious.
Just because you say it's delicious, I mean it is delicious.
It is delicious.
Did you spice this egg?
You can tell I was very gentle for your little tummy wummy.
A little spice isn't going to kill you.
Chamali, roll me a constitution check.
No! I did not! We can't have him fucking dying before the... No! No fucking shot!
This is what happens when you cook.
Stop it!
Oh, God.
Guess we're going to have to use that Risolum box.
Arya, having woken up early, prepared to cook a delicious breakfast for everybody. Alhamira had gone to great lengths to stock the pantry with various spices and foods. Unbeknownst to Arya, however, she had stocked it with Nazirian wares. So while Arya had been preparing to cook with coriander, cumin, and salt, she instead unloaded a vast array of Nazir's spiciest concoctions. And as Chamali, the first of the party, digs into the food, his face goes red, steam begins bellowing from his ears, and he passes out, eyes rolling back as he faceplants the desk.
Good job, you killed him again.
That's not fair. I didn't do that. Oh.
The funny thing is, he has the highest constitution of all of us, and he's still dying from your food.
Yeah.
Stop it! Alexander was fine. Everyone else was fine.
Yeah, because I could actually handle spicy foods.
Oh no!
Chamali has proven that he is in. Chamali might secretly be white, but he is incapable of handling spice.
Oh, Chamali. I'm shaking him. Chamali, get yourself together!
What did you add to that? Pepper?
So, Kaz, could you kindly roll me a d4 super quick?
Don't make him take damage!
No, not damage. Just roll me one d4. Alrighty. So, you are going to be able to wake Chamali up in 6 hours.
Oh boy. Oh shit. We got shit to do today.
Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Arya is a good cook. She would not have done this. This was not what I wanted.
You gotta admit, it's funny as fuck.
It's not funny when we're on a fucking time delay.
Could we say that with the observant feat, Alexander remembers Chamali pulling out some smelling salts to wake Tinks up back in Nazir, and searches.
You absolutely would be able to.
Cool. Can I double check his pockets and pouch, make sure he has some of that shit left?
You absolutely can.
Cool. I'm just gonna pop. All right, wake up, big man. We got shit to do.
So, did Chamali prepare the smelling salt decoction? Do you have the smelling salt poultice prepared?
No.
So he has no
the
smelling
pulses
salts.
are made on the fly.
Oh.
So Chamali's got a good constitution. He wakes up earlier than you would have expected. And thankfully, in the 4-hour period it took him to wake up, you finally heard it. The whistle, the steam whistle, as a hulking mass pulled into port.
Oh. I think that's our train.
Well then, let's head out.
With the party finally reconstituted, donning your
don't agree to
disguises
that.
much. Well, I'm sorry, but it made for funny storytelling. Donning your disguises once again, much to Chamali's dismay, you make your way back out through the streets. Deciding to take the safe bet going through alleys and the less populated streets, eventually make your way back to the port annex. As you approach it, you see 2 guards stationed outside the building.
I didn't expect them to be here. Shit. All right.
What do we see about these guards? Are these the kind of people we could just walk past, or do they look like they're actively searching or
They are
paying attention to everyone?
They are clad in heavy armor, wielding great halberds of electric energy, stationed directly in front of the door, eyeing the street with an ever vigilant stare.
Okay. Can I?
You do, however,
Oh.
with Alexander's crazy high passive perception, notice that there are workers coming in and out of the building.
Oh.
Okay.
We could just say we're workers.
That is what these passports are for.
But we don't look like workers.
Yeah, we do. We're wearing our Valua stuff. We got Tall Kaido.
We look like civilians. Are they wearing uniforms?
No. A lot of the people are dressed in rags, overalls, not very different from what y'all are wearing.
Yeah, so we.
Oh, I got a much different idea when we were talking about golden silks.
It's gold color.
The only one who's inappropriately dressed is Chamali. His clothes are a slightly finer degree than the rest of you.
All right.
It's a suit, right?
It is a straight-up suit.
Just take the coat off. Assume I'm
That
wearing
works.
Suspenders underneath. Perfect.
That works. But then you're going to ruin Thibble's whole sense of style. It's a whole thing. It's an aesthetic.
Thibble ain't here.
You can live with it for a bit.
Well, Thibble don't know.
No, Thibble, like, hurt your...
He's gonna show up like the fucking swordsman from
Fucking Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer.
Their ear perks up and they're just like, something is wrong. Someone has become unfashionable.
There's a disturbance in the fashion force.
Alright, so Chmali doffs the tuxedo jacket. The five of you make your way towards the door.
As we're getting closer, Alexander's just gonna whisper, "If shit goes bad, just let me handle it."
The guards halt you before you have a chance to enter the building. Passports and permits.
Right, you four, come on. Gonna pull out his passport and work permit.
I'm gonna do the same. We just all do the same.
Yep.
Yep.
You'll look them over. They don't manage to find anything out of order. They're a little thrown off that your new workers being directly assigned to the factory. That's unusual to them, but at this point in their career, they know better than to question orders. They stamp your work order and direct you inside the building.
Gonna just pocket that. There we go. See, no worries.
Making your way through the now bustling workshop, you exit out the port side door, and you're greeted by the sight of the production plant. The hulking, towering leviathan of a building,
Oh,
docked ever so gracefully on the edge of the aisle, steam billowing from its various gears. A cathedral to machine. Emblazoned with the crest of the Empress herself.
Ooh.
Is this train obvious enough for you?
I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like it has a cow catcher instead of a window.
That sure is a train.
Not something Chmali would notice, because, like, train. But still.
That cowcatcher is so that it can plow through airships.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really good we didn't try to fly. So how large is this thing in comparison to the Weatherlight?
The Weatherlight is the size of the cowcatcher.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
That's not too bad. Come on now.
That's,
I mean,
It's
about
just
what I
a little
expected.
bit bigger.
what do you mean? Shut up. It's huge.
It's about what I expected.
What? How are we even supposed to deal with this?
We'll figure that out as we go.
I guess our first step is to get inside.
Well, we're workers. We can just follow the other workers then.
You remember Alhamir's words quickly parse back through your mind. It's not that you're trying to take the factory offline. There's something in the factory itself. You simply need to explore its depths to find what you're looking for.
All right. Well, let's go to work. Alexander's gonna lead the way onto the train.
I'm just gonna follow silently behind.
Yup, all following.
Yep, same.
I'm stumbling, but I'm having.
So before we continue, because I can hear a little bit of a lack of energy. Everybody's still on board? Everything's
Oh, yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
No, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah, we're feeling our way through this very cautiously. We've been punished before by
Yes, we're not trying.
by the choices we make.
Yeah, we're not trying to explode all of our chances here.
Ido's
I
not
know.
wearing armor right now. He's
It's
cautious.
just the DM's concern. I want to make sure everybody's still on board and having fun and everything, you know?
No, I'm
it's
good.
not-
Yeah, we
I'm playing a
not that
quiet
the-
character that doesn't know anything about a lot of the technology we encounter, and also has been punished by doing things.
I didn't want the breakfast incident to sap the energy out of Ben.
No, that was funny as shit.
We're
That was
past-
hilarious.
We are past the breakfast incident, and it caused no issues. I am not angry.
Okay. So, mingling among the crowd as you make your way up onto the ship, there are guards barking orders directing people to various parts of the factory. Sticking close enough together that the five of you are grouped, you're directed towards the aft of the factory.
Okay.
On the far end of the factory, as you make your way through hallways adorned with pipes and steam, smoke billowing from every corner, the sounds of gears turning. This building is a living engine. There are doorways every few feet of every hallway leading into workshops, various rooms where gadgets and gears are being tinkered with. Some workshops you can see the development of weapons, technologies, armors, none of which seem quite right. There's one room where they're just straight up building a mech. You don't know how to feel about that. But
We don't know what precisely we're looking for. Just something that needs to be stopped.
so how you
Right.
approach this is up to you. The five of you can wander aimlessly through the factory trying to find what you're looking for. Though if they see that you're not working, the guards might notice. Or you could split up.
Thinking.
Safety in numbers, but efficiency in solo.
We've got, and you said the train was going to be docked here for a couple days, day or two?
2 days maximum.
2 days max.
And between the onboarding process, you've got maybe 40 hours left.
All right.
Did we notice anything on the way in, like a passive perception? Was there any indication of what we're looking for at all?
God damn Alexander and his fucking passive perception. As you were boarding onto the train, you did notice one particular worker who seemed out of place. Amongst the riffraff and the various civilians and workers, there appeared to be a scientist who broke off from the crowd, making his way to the upper deck.
Probably worth investigating, but I doubt we could all get there. Not together, at least.
Investigating what?
Oh, sorry. I'm talking to myself. There was a scientist on board. He wasn't. Well, he didn't look like us. Basically, he made his way to the upper decks. Might be worth looking into, but again, safety in numbers, not exactly stealth.
How was he dressed?
How was he dressed? Like very like
A
good old
mock-up
fashioned.
a mock-up of white robes, bandages, smoky face. Somebody who looks like he's been working with something fairly dangerous.
Fair. I'm gonna relay this. He was definitely filthy, but not grease and gear bruises. More like explosives, actually.
Wally eyes Tinks intently.
Sorry, what? Explosives?
There's a scientist who made his way to the upper decks. He was definitely a bit more white robes, bandages, and soot explosion marks than grease or gear bruises.
they human?
That's a very good question. I assume so. Valo probably wouldn't let any non-humans that far up. 'Cause,
Not comfortably, at least.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that seems to be our only lead. We might as well go follow.
All right. Kaido Tinks, you make your way up there one way. Arya Chamali, you make another. I'll find my way up there. Less suspicious if we go separately. Well, still together.
Let's split up, gang.
I mean, yeah, basically.
And now,
Hold on,
the
who's going
hard
with who?
part.
You're sticking with me.
I figure the machinist nuts could stay together. And
I will
You got
point
it,
out that we might listen. People are assholes here. We might need an
Certainly.
accompaniment.
We'll be fine, Tinks. Let's go.
And now, the hard part. Everybody roll me stealth!
Kaido and I are gonna get hate crimed.
Oh, Kaido, no.
That's what I was like, we're gonna give us a human!
Oh, God.
Oh, God!
Oh, come on.
Remember, Kaido, you roll at disadvantage.
What are we rolling?
Why?
Stealth?
Oh, is it because
Fuck.
of the... Oh, yeah, the cloak.
Cloak of the
Mhm.
bear. Stealth.
Now remember, everyone in chat, you can
Aha.
donate bits to help any one
I
of
can't do
us.
disadvantage if they're all the same, huh?
You can use bits to help.
Where's my-
Stealth.
where's
Okay,
stealth?
stealth. Here we
None
go.
of us are getting to this place.
It's weird.
I
Only
mean,
Arya,
I am,
apparently.
bitch. Whoppa!
Yeah, Arya
Fuck.
is
Holy
Arya is
Ooh.
unfazed and somehow manages
the
manages
bad-
to like blend into the pipes in the
bad thing
crowd.
is, Tinks, is that you got still got higher than me.
So Arya has no issue blending into the crowd, moving amongst the pipes. She's able to very quickly maneuver her way up to the top floor. As she maneuvers through the hallways, finding the workshop, she awaits the remainder of the party.
Actually,
Kind of leaning over the railing to get a feel for where the rest of you are. She slaps her forehead, noticing Chamali is trying to be stealthy, but he's easily 1.5 feet taller than everybody else in the crowd. For some reason, Tinks thought that the best way to be stealthy would be to stand next to Kaido, who is currently maneuvering his way through the crowd with his own theme music.
I gave Chamali my gun oil.
And
I put it around my
Alexander
leg.
thought that the quickest way to get to the factory would be climbing the fucking pipes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fair.
wait.
Neat.
Is Chamali tiptoeing? Is he like doing like the sneaky tiptoe walk?
He's like hunched over, his shoulders are
Yeah.
up.
He's
his head's
he's
down.
hunched over doing the tiptoe, but he's still 1 foot taller than everybody else, so
He looks like the
he's
fucking
kind of
Grinch.
pulling stairs. And for some reason, over in the corner, Tinks is following behind Kaido, who's going da-da, da-da, ba-da, 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 da-da, da-da.
Oh my god.
After a couple agonizing minutes, everybody makes their way towards Arya. By this point, everybody has seen you, and there are guards whispering amongst themselves.
Great plan, Alexander. Great job, everyone.
oh, that'd been a better plan if I took it over. That's that point.
So I was a little nervous.
You would have heard a lot more cussing. He would have taken off the pants.
Oh my god.
If I was actually taking over, but I'll let Oni do it.
Deciding that after having drawn attention, the last thing you should be doing is waiting, you turn your attention towards the workshop. Inside the reinforced doors, as you pry them open, you're greeted by what you assume is the reason you're here.
Oh, I don't like that one bit.
Oh.
Inside is a clockwork machine. Swirling inside is a viscous yellow liquid. What appears to be the screaming vestiges of people swimming in a pool of yellow agony.
Red lemonade.
It looks like a heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A plaque by the door indicates that this is the prototype heart. You are in the Yelliger wing.
Oh fucking! Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah. I personally figured as such.
I want to
So-
drink it.
Would either of the two mechanical specialists here like to elaborate a little bit?
Would I know?
I'm just gonna start
This
examining it.
is-
If I can I make a close door or no? Is
Kaido
anybody
said
nearby?
he
It's
wanted
just
to
us?
drink it.
I know it was my inner conscious. Don't worry about it.
Forbidden lemonade.
Do
That was a
not
sauce, not a Kaido.
drink
Yeah.
the forbidden lemonade.
That was a sauce. That was a sauce, not a Kaido.
So the two tech specialists might be able to identify the machine, but not its initial purpose. There is one person here who would have some vague understanding of what this is, though.
Alexander.
Would I have a vague understanding of this?
Arya would,
Arya
Yeah.
would.
Yes, Arya is.
because she's seen
I
not
helped- I
exactly
helped
of this
build
make,
yeah.
not exactly of this make, but a contraption similar enough when they were creating Blueheim. This is a prototype Gygas art.
Yeah. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. This is not good. We definitely have to shut this thing down.
What if we just blow it up?
I don't think blowing it up would be a good idea. I think we should.
Let's try to keep collateral to a minimum.
Well, that, and it is the heart of a god monster. If we try to blow it up, it might explode the entire island.
So that's certainly not keeping collateral to a minimum.
Definitely not. Now, because I worked on this something similar, or I watched it be made, do I have any? Would I know how to shut it down?
Nope, because the technology on this one is way out of your depth. This is a machine-based construct.
Yeah.
So the engineers would have an idea of how to do this.
Alexander's just staying by the door, keeping an eye on things out there.
Actually,
He's-
anybody
he's keeping
who
watch.
wants to look this over, give me a perception check.
Perception.
Sure, why not?
Do I
I'll
get
give
it? Do I get advantage?
No.
Do the engineers get advantage?
If the engineers are looking at it from a technical aspect, if either of the engineers wants to look at it from a technical point of view, roll me an insight check.
Insight.
And Tanks gets advantage on this. I will explain why in a moment.
Oh, it's so much worse.
Okay,
than
you said it was perception.
My perceptions.
Yeah, normal party members would roll perception. The engineers would roll me insight.
Okay, I got an 18
for insight.
I got a 19 on perception.
That works with ships, not parts.
So those of you
Ships
who are not
just made of parts. What do you mean?
Those of you who are not mechanically inclined notice that amongst the various dials, gauges, gauzes, and gewgaws, there are valves, pipe structures. This whole thing is kept together by a patchwork of coils and cords. To the engineer, Tanks recognizes, to her horror, this is Glacian engineering.
Oh.
I'll be right back. 1 sec.
I'm looking at the person. Who's the one who said the scientist? Who's the one who said the scientist?
I would have pointed him out.
I'm
Yeah.
shaking you. Were they short? Were they short?
Were they short and purple?
I don't think so. Damn, were they?
You want to roll me a history check to check your memory?
Sure. Oh boy. Uh, 12.
They were, in fact, tiny and weirdly purple.
Oh god!
I actually, yeah. Now that you mention it, I did think they were a little short, but
Higgs's face just goes pale white. She looks like she has seen a ghost. We gotta shut this down.
Hey, breathe. Are you okay?
No, we gotta shut this down.
I think that's what we're here for anyway.
Oh, that's bad.
Couldn't you just shoot it?
I don't want to shoot this thing anymore.
Okay. Well, I can't really do anything from here. Alexander's like staying near the door to keep an eye on the outside, make sure nobody comes.
Are there
barging in.
any plans, papers, parchments? Is there anything with like writing or schematics? Or,
All
like,
over the
plans
place.
Anywhere? Okay, I'm going through things.
This is a
taking as
messy,
much-
messy workshop.
I'm going through as much as I can, trying to see if I can find plans for this thing or any notes on it.
I'm gonna help her.
I am
So-
frantic.
Kaido, joining you, looks over a lot of the notes and the scribbles all over the place, and notices one very unfortunate detail. These are all written in Glacian.
If you see any pictures that
And to
look
Tinks's
like
dismay,
this- oh no.
they're all written in broken Glacian.
Oh, motherfucker, of course they would.
Some of these pages are incoherent scribbling and babbling.
Oh, God.
The overwhelming urge to just hit it with my club.
I want to
Go
stab
ahead.
it.
Go ahead. Do it.
Oh boy.
Nope. No. Nope. No.
Do it.
Jamali's not that stupid. Nope. I'm not playing him as a big dumb idiot. Nope. I refuse. Nope. He has nothing but respect for shit he doesn't understand. Nope.
Let the bonk flow through you.
No.
Do it.
I have a follow-up
Refuse.
question. Are there
Yeah?
any journals with like ciphers on them that would like?
I'm gonna have you roll me investigation for that.
Okay. Oh no, I'm too tunnel sighted. I am panicked. I see
So-
nothing.
You're looking for the cipher. You're looking for the journal that would explain how to deal with this monstrosity. But you are too worked up. Your breathing is ragged, sweat's furrowing your brow. You are in a state of panic.
What if we just start turning valves? Eventually it might shut off.
It could also explode.
I'm running out of ideas here.
Yeah, you turn off the wrong thing and it shuts off whatever's letting whatever pressure's out. It'll just pop like a weasel.
It is in this moment that you are greeted by the sound of footsteps starting to run through the various halls. An echoing siren blares outside.
If we're gonna do anything, we gotta do it now.
Orders are being barked into the ship as workers are being ferried out.
Jamali, come here. Help me barricade the door.
I find the biggest thing nearby, and move it with Alexander's help in front of the door.
I'm flattered, but you don't have to move me, you know.
I said biggest.
I know I was supposed to do.
I said biggest.
Jamali smacks his cock in front of the door.
Grabbing
Just imagining,
some of the
like,
nearby, grabbing some
Grabbing
of the
Kaido
nearby
by both
gears.
shoulders and setting him in front of the door like one big door stopper.
I mean, his armor class is high enough that he might be able to block the door.
Yeah, I'm taking off the pants and I'm putting the armor back on.
So, grabbing nearby machinery and gears, you barricade the door as best you can to give yourself a little bit more time. Footsteps begin to approach, and you can hear them getting closer. You are running out of time.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
It's time to find out. I'm gonna hold the door.
Wait, hold on. The two people I trust to be the smartest in a situation like this would be Tinks and Arya to figure this shit out. And Arya is currently not here.
Okay.
So put a pin in
I was about to ask Pin. I was about to ask Arya.
So put a pin bun in that?
I'll see you guys next week.
Maybe.
I will see myself out.
Maybe we take a small break then, wait for Pin to get back.
I was just about to suggest.
That is a good idea. Because
actually, I don't know how long Pin has been gone. I've made all this dramatic tension, and she might not have even heard any of it.
She did say she was going to be right back earlier.
Yeah. I think she's been gone. I think she's been gone since just before the reveal of Small Purple.
Yes.
I didn't even hear them say anything.
Yeah. No, we found out what it was. Y'all were trying to figure out more about the nature of the thing. And as we were getting to the fact that it's a small purple person was the scientist, that was just after Pin stepped out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So everything since then, I mean, we haven't really had anything else happen since then, but
a little bit of a cinch on time, but otherwise,
yeah, we had a timer start, which is why I was like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah,
we're -1 brain for figuring this out.
Yeah, which is why I was
panicked. I just want to open the door, then that's one engineer down, or one portion down.
Yeah, and despite the reverence for things that Shmali doesn't understand, the only solution he would have at this point would be to hit it with a stick. So I'm kind of hands tied.
I was gonna start trying to think back to every schooling thing I've done and any interaction I had with stupid purple thing to try and remember how their brain ticked or worked, and then try and get Arya, who had
it's a purple guy
with the
in fact, hold on, let me
Gygus.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah,
start just pulling levers, turning things, because we got to do something.
At this point, then Alexander's next step is to stab the glass with a sword. So let's try not to get to that point.
Yeah, I don't know if damaging
the holding vessel is a good idea. Probably not.
So while we're in a pause...
Yeah. While we're in a pause, how's chat doing? How's everyone feeling?
So does anybody here like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sure.
Yes.
Did you know that Amy's birthday is canonically April 1st?
Why?
That means even Sega thinks she's a joke.
That's unfortunate.
Didn't they also release the Death of Sonic the Hedgehog on April 1st?
Mm-hmm.
On her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
rude.
so I hope to God I'm pronouncing this correct. Sacriostore. Now that we are on a pause, to answer a question that you had posted in chat a while ago, the best possible race for an Oathbreaker Paladin, there are two options. You could either go with a variant human, because they are pretty much good at everything, but they're especially good at paladins because of the stat increase or defeat level 1, which gives you that extra bonus. If you were going to go with a non-human race, though, as an Oathbreaker Paladin, you're going to want to be a Goliath. The extra boost to your strength stat makes them ungodly hard to kill.
The correct answer is follow your heart and play a race that matches the character you're going for.
Or just play a fairy.
Follow your dreams. Beefcake.
Fairy melee classes are always fun.
The
Beefcake.
correct
So how
answer. The correct answer is play a turtle, because there's never a bad time to be a turtle.
That's
Turtle's
true.
always the right answer.
Yeah.
Turtle is always the correct answer.
Default to
I got-
turtle. All right, so I
I got
heard
it,
that
I got
we're on a timer now. What the fuck happened while I was gone?
Okay, so
What did y'all do?
Tony, would you
So
like
to
to
recap for you, Pin,
Mm-hmm.
Tinks had approached Alexander about the scientist that we had seen before.
approached?
Alexander,
Approached aggressively shaking him by his shoulders.
grabbing him by the scruff and literally shaking him, Alexander had relayed that the scientist in question was a diminutive purple individual. Tinks went into a fucking panic, is now searching every piece of paper on the floor, the various areas of the workshop, and outside, and I'm going to get the music playing again because tension, yay. Outside, there's the sound of footsteps. Our orders are being barked. Guards are now flooding the factory.
Oh, and we barricaded the door.
We're currently barricading.
What's
the door.
Kaido?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. Just shove Kaido into the door. They won't be able to get
Well,
through.
yeah, various cogs, gears, machinery, and Kaido.
I did take off my pants and put on the whole armor. I'm not standing tall anymore. I
It's
don't
very
need
important. He had to take off his
He
pants.
had his butt out for just a couple seconds. We saw his
to. Double cheeked up on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Why is everyone so mean to me?
Damn, Kaido, you thick.
Well,
Not
that's
the
not
point.
good. That's not good. This is not good. Not
No,
good at all.
Arya, I need your help. You said you worked on something like
Yes.
this. I need as much expertise as you got.
What do you need?
Well, we gotta turn this thing off.
Okay, so with me and Tinks got really good perception and insight checks on this thing. Can we, with those checks, can we figure out how to shut this thing down permanently?
So Tinks is currently in a panic state, unable to focus her thoughts. She's shifting around looking for papers, for journals, for anything that she can find that would help describe the machinery at play here. Because the machine itself, the technology is Glacian, and the various notes around the... You'll note it. Arya would notice, looking down at the papers and the various pieces of scribbles. It is all written in Glacian.
Oh. Do any of the papers have visuals?
Some of them have very poorly drawn pictures, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna gather up the ones with pictures on them. Tinks, these have descriptions and there's images. Can you read this?
I will relate to her what the papers she's handing me say very quickly.
Do the ones with images help?
I don't know what are on those pages, Oni.
I know, I'm asking Oni.
Oni.
Roll me perception.
What? Okay.
Oh, which one?
Tinks, you're the one who can read all this. Roll me perception.
Oh, that's real bad.
Oh
That's
god.
real bad.
Oh no.
That's real bad.
We should have added bits for a reroll.
So
I'm real panicked.
The papers do contain some info on the heart. It contains the info on how they got the people in there, not how to shut it off.
Oh god.
Is there any button that says off?
Just a,
Is
just
there any
casual
big
button
red
there.
buttons?
Just a casual button says off. It's in Galatian, so you can't read it.
Okay. Okay. Tinks, look at me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna figure this out. I just need you to take a moment and breathe. We have time. They're barricading the door. We have time. I need you to take a moment and breathe with me.
She's gonna taking a deep breath. She has not been breathing
Yes.
at all.
That's right. Do you remember? The ancient Yafutomen right.
Oh god. All right.
No.
All right. I'm gonna look at all of the. I'm gonna look at the switches. I'm gonna look at the gears.
All
And I'm gonna.
Picky choosy.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
fucking
just
die because
move
of
my
that
finger
pixie
around.
choosy.
Picky
Do
choosy.
not do the.
I'm not gonna
picky
pixie
choosy.
choose.
No, pixie choosy.
I'm gonna make it look like I'm doing pixie choosies. I'm gonna look for what looks like is whatever switch is connected to the main valve and wires that are hanging down connecting it.
Well, I was gonna say picky
I'm
choosy
so-
for like a paper,
So
but
tempted to be evil and make you roll again for this, but getting up close and personal with the machine, you see that among the various cords and pipes, there are a couple of centralized pieces. One of the valves connects directly to a steam vent, and another is connected directly to what appears to be a heating coil, keeping the bubbling, writhing mass inside at a core temperature.
I don't think I want to touch the steam vent one because I'm scared if I close that off, it's gonna explode. But I will turn the heat off. If it goes wrong, I'm really sorry.
The effect is almost immediate. As the coils begin to cool, the bubbling, roiling mass inside crystallizes instantly. The glass begins to harden under the pressure. It cracks.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
We might want to.
A yellow smoke begins to pour out from the contraption.
Oh god, I'm covering my mouth with any fabric I have, and putting my goggles on. We might want to go.
We really can't. We're kind of stuck.
Oh, you might want to unstuck us.
Tell that to them up there.
there's a window behind it. Can I break that glass?
Roll me a strength check to grab the nearest piece of metal and yeet it the fuck out.
Oh god, I'm so weak.
I'm not.
Chamali,
True.
Chamali, can you break the glass?
Athletics check the fuck out of this, Tramali.
Well, let's see.
Jesus God.
Oh.
Jamali grabs the nearest gear, hucking it at the clock. The window cracks as the gear harmlessly bounces off of it. The glass,
But it cracked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will try to hit
You
it
can
now.
tell from the sheer force it is reinforced.
All right, he loosened the pickle jar lid. Arya.
Do I just? It's strength,
Strength check.
ability check.
Yes.
Tinks, don't you have a gun?
Yeah, but I'm trying to not make a lot of noise.
I think they
But-
know we're here.
At this point,
All
we're
right.
about to die.
Okay,
Arya
that's
grabs-
fine. I'll hit it, and then Tiggs can shoot it.
Arya grabs the nearest piece of metal that she can comfortably lift. Charging at the window, she slams it into the point of impact, causing the slightest bit more crack.
You know, if I wasn't holding the door right now, I'd throw myself into it.
Shwali, grab Kaido. I'll give you advantage on this roll.
No, because you'll throw him through the window and he'll die.
Do it. It'll be funny.
Wait, hold on. I have an idea.
Oh boy.
If we don't care to make any noise, since they already know we're here, Oni, I need your approval before I do this.
Okay.
Oh.
The sodium and water decoction.
Oh boy.
Is that a bomb?
So you're saying because you don't care about making noise?
It deafens anyone in a 20-foot radius and does
So everybody in
60
this
10
room.
damage. But
Could we cover our ears if we give?
But-
I mean, yes, the explosion would blow the window out, but you also risk the explosion hitting the heart.
I was about to say.
and everybody in the room.
Please don't blow me
How
up.
close is the heart to the window?
Probably
5 feet.
less than 20 feet. Yeah.
This is a very small workshop.
Yeah, I'm just trying
Y'all
to
think
get
about it
the-
for a sec.
I'm just
I'll
trying
be right
to get the window open a bit so that this smoke can go out the window instead of filling the room.
We may have to go out the window.
We will also have a window to go out of if we need to. But I'm more focused on the smoke.
Which is fair.
Do we care about making noise?
No, they are. Alexander's
this
like pushing
point,
up against
no.
the barricade.
Shoot it!
I'm gonna shoot the window.
Also, Kaz not here.
Yeah, that's why we're shooting it.
Mm-hmm.
I shoot the
Okay.
window.
We're shooting it?
Shooting the window.
All right, Tinks. Roll to attack.
Roll me potato salad.
Yes! Kill!
Kill!
Oh.
Tinks loads up her modified rifle, taking aim at the reinforced glass. The bullet arcs out, a deafening boom filling the room as the bullet flies in slow motion towards the window. Everybody's hopes building up as the bullet lodges itself in the glass.
Oh.
Well, that's strong window.
That's a better idea, though. If we can break the glass.
Again, I will give you advantage on using Kaido.
Throw Kaido.
I'll use Kaido.
Grab that bitch and swing.
Kaido.
Athletics check
I am
advantage.
putting my
I
shield
thought
first.
he was blocking the door.
Alexander's still
I
blocking the door.
Kaido, tuck your knees in.
I'm putting the shield, like I'm using the shield as kind of like a sled kind of thing situation.
All right. I'm throwing Kaido at the window.
Oh, sure.
Athletics
Leave the
check of
skinny
advantage.
twink. Leave the skinny twink to block the door.
Arya runs to help block the door.
Yeah, 20.
It's a 20.
Oh my god!
With the precision and grace
The key
of a
to his
true
range.
duo, almost bound by fate, Kaido buckles himself with his shield in hand, preparing for impact. Chamali reaches down. Grabbing the diminutive dwarf, he raises him over his head and throws. Kaido does a 360 double barrel front flip, does a kickflip in midair, poses for the camera, and smashes through the window. Glass arcing out as smoke begins to billow out from the now open room.
Does he go through the window?
Ronan, may I
then?
ask you something?
He goes through the window, having
Oh,
already
God.
prepared his shield. He then smashes into the glass dome of the front of the train and begins sliding down.
Maybe one of those moments, like I go out for a little bit, and then in, like one of those cartoons of just looking back. Oh, and
He's
it's-
gonna die. He's outside the train, heading towards the front of it, where it's going. He's gonna get run over by the
stationary.
train.
No, it's not. It's stationary right
The
now.
train is stationary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
okay.
train stationary.
Okay, I got real
Hold on.
scared for a second.
I'm gonna hand Tinks the sodium and water decoction. If we leave
Hand me a
now,
bomb.
I trust you to turn and throw this through the window. Can you do that?
When you say through, where do you want? Through the window? Where you want me aiming?
Back into the room.
Back. You want? Oh,
you need
okay.
to leave.
Yeah.
Oh god, I just think it's a really bad idea to blow up this thing. It'll go. Okay.
Oh God.
Better that we stop it while we're not in the room with it.
Okay.
This is still people's livelihoods at stake, by the way. People work on this train.
So, everybody who has yet to escape from the room will roll me a dexterity saving throw. Whoever is going to take the magical swing of fate to throw the bomb, aka the decoction, back into the window, you're going to roll me an athletics check.
It's not a ranged weapon attack?
It's not a ranged weapon.
It is for throwing decoctions.
Not against this thing, it's not.
You said a dexterity save, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I'm not
kindly.
good at sports.
See, if you would be making a ranged weapon attack if you were standing stationary and throwing at a target. You're jumping out the window, landing on the front of the train, and hoping to chuck the thing back into the room indiscriminately. That's an athletics check. Because you're not targeting anything. The rulings are very strange.
It seems fucking ass backwards to me that it would be a strength check instead of a dexterity check, but
They are targeting
Well,
something though. They're
it's-
throwing it
it's-
at the
it's an-
heart.
I was under the assumption that you would have already been out the window, sliding down, throwing it back into the window as you're making your way down.
Ah,
It still sounds dexterity though.
I mean, that was the idea of giving it to Tinks, though. The Chamali gave it to her as the ranged weapon expert because it requires throwing with precision, not throwing with
Force.
impact. Yeah, there's no force necessary. You just have to get it back through the window and against the target.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Since Kaido's riding down this train, I'm gonna go bathroom real quick.
kind of like wee pissing.
Although because Tanks wouldn't be making this with a ranged weapon, it would require a strength modifier as opposed to her dex for the purposes of the attack roll.
Okay. All right.
She's-
Dexterity
she's-
saving throw, right?
Everybody make a dex save to not face plant the glass.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Alexander gracefully leaps through the now open window, bracing himself for the impact of the glass so he can begin sliding down. Arya, being a blade dancer, these kind of leaps are not exactly foreign to her. The structure of the train itself, not quite something you're used to, but you're able to land fairly decently. Enough precision that you start sliding down with very little issue. Chamali and Tinks
I land on my prosthetic.
dive through the window and belly flop onto the glass. Small cracks can be heard underneath you as you begin slowly sliding down with an Thankfully, the slow descent gives you more than ample time to flip over and chuck this thing back into the now open window. So, Tinks, show us what them magical little arms can do.
Oh god. What am I? Those aren't prosthetics. Those are just weak, feeble twigs. Actually, hold on the gun. What am I rolling?
So you're going to roll me a ranged weapon attack.
Range.
So what you're going to do is you're going to roll me 1d20. You're going to add your strength modifier. And because you have your goggles, you're going to add your proficiency to it.
Oh god, how do I just roll a d20? Oh god, oh, I've forgotten everything.
In the
So-
chat window on Foundry, you can type /r d20 plus, in this case, 7.
So what you're going to do is you're going to type /roll or /r 1d20 plus 7. It's not a perfect throw. You can't guarantee where in the room it's going to land. But you do manage to yeet that fucker up into the air. It perches itself just ever so gracefully on the window, teetering in and out, in and out, in and out.
Can I shoot it so that it goes in further?
Go nuts. Wouldn't
Scared
recommend
that'll
shooting
set it
this
off.
thing.
Don't shoot
but
it.
that's-
It's
No.
a bomb.
It's a
No,
bomb in a
shoot
glass
it.
bottle.
And after teasing you with that cartoon level of bullshit, it eventually slides itself into the room. By this point, you've each made your way down to the front of the train, and per Chamali, I'm going to put words in your mouth here, if that's okay, Chamali.
Go nuts.
Per Chamali's urge of run, you all begin booking it as fast as you can physically fucking run away from this room. As you are making your way towards the factory, you hear the distant sound of a bottle cracking. A split second goes by, and as you each duck into the factory, there is, to quote Marvin the Martian, a earth-shattering kaboom. The factory explodes, glass and metal splintering in every direction. Pieces of the train flying into town, colliding with various buildings. It's chaos. There are people screaming. Guards and bodies are thrown in every direction. The ground underneath the train gives way, and what's left of the metal framework of the mobile factory careens as a smoking heap into the clouds below.
God, we just killed so many people.
Yeah, there were a couple thousand in there.
Oh boy.
I thought they were.
You did also
to
say
get
that the
everyone
workers
out.
were being ushered out.
Yeah, I thought people were being ushered out.
I said there were a couple thousand in there, not a couple thousand left.
Fair enough.
I said not to blow it up.
It was mostly populated by guards at that point.
Okay, that's...
I don't
know
know
what they're-
what else we were supposed to do.
I think just leaving it to crystallize and freeze like that would have been enough, at least to stop
Well-
it for a while. But no, this they're definitely not picking up this research anytime soon.
I mean, our goal was to stop it, not to temporarily disable it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That
true.
little fucker's determined.
You are right.
Suddenly,
Oh jeez.
you hear sirens blaring through the air.
Oh, I'm back, sorry.
The sound of armored feet clanking through the streets towards you.
To catch sauce up real quick, the bomb blew up everything. The train careened off and fell to the clouds below. We're booking it.
Okay. I'm already going down, so.
We were booking it. We are now getting. There's guards coming.
It's still possible to book it.
Let's continue booking it.
Just be stealthy about it.
Oh yeah, sure.
You have kind of not very stealthy.
You want stealth checks?
Roll me some stealth checks.
Oh boy.
Mine with disadvantage.
Lord,
I'm fucking Gucci.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Come on now. Okay.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no. Here we go.
Oh fuck, Kaido!
let's go.
Let's
Let's go.
You grab every piece of available fabric, covering yourselves as you make your way towards a now broken section of the wall, the far corner of the room. Before guards have a chance to spill in, you slip through the open wall into a nearby alley. You're booking it through the back alleys, avoiding detection and guards, as you eventually make your way back to the station. Actually, that's a question. Are you guys making your way to the station, or are you guys making your way back to the Roquefort?
Roquefort. Let's face it, with something like that, they're going to shut down all the stations. If we go there, we're just going to be trapped.
I don't know,
Yeah.
because what do we have at Roquefort that would give us any kind of advantage over that?
They don't know it's there.
But then how do we leave?
We lay low for a bit. Eventually, lockdown's probably going to end. We sneak out then.
I doubt it, though.
The Queen's
That or they just...
the Queen's personal factory just exploded.
Yeah,
Fair
we'll
point.
leave him.
Yeah, okay, fair point.
They will find us.
But
Like,
Fibble!
it's just a building. If they check every building, eventually they're going to get to us.
But Fibble!
We might as well take the last train before they close down stuff.
Yeah, it'd be better
Or
to
you
try
get
and get out before they start shutting everything down and see if we can at least catch something.
Fair enough, let's try it then.
Anything, we steal a train. We go.
Yeah,
We steal something. Listen, If we gotta steal a passenger ship, we gotta steal something. We gotta go. I'm not above holding someone at gunpoint for their ship.
What?
Arya is.
We are pirates. Like, come on.
We're blue
Blue
rogues.
I've done so much worse.
So,
Blue rogues. We don't do that.
I'm not.
booking it. Well, I mean, you are now. Booking it through the alleyways, you eventually make your way back to the Monoceros station. There are people crowding into the building, trying desperately to get any remaining spots on the train to get the fuck out of here. The train is filling up quick. You each manage to secure one last spot on the train. The scene begins whirring, and the Monoceros blinks to life as it pulls out of the station in a desperate crawl to get away from the destruction. A few minutes pass, the clinking and clanking as it rides the rail. It seems like you're in the clear for now.
That could have gone better.
Could have gone so much worse. Oh. Everyone alive?
Fun dungeon master tip for all of you who are watching in chat. You want to know how to spook your players in a situation like this?
Why would you do that?
Blow shit up.
Why would you do that? As we were running away, though, at any point did I see a little purple fucker?
Nope. After a few minutes of the train barreling down the rails, it comes to a sudden and abrupt halt.
Oh.
No.
Locked on the rails amidst the various tunnels of the Valuan continent, you hear a thunk as a ship docks alongside the rail car.
Oh no. Oh no. Can I look outside the window?
You may.
Do I see the ship?
You do.
Do I recognize the ship?
Everyone would.
Oh no.
Oh, is it his ship?
No, it's no way.
Is it his ship?
He's in the area.
I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die here!
Is it his ship?
It is not Ducat's ship.
Oh,
Oh.
Thank God.
oh fuck! Wait.
It is something equally as recognizable in this turmoil of war.
Is it the weather light?
Is it the queen?
Docked and boarding the rail car is the vestige of Her Majesty's flagship,
Oh, fuck.
the Great Gold Barge.
There's a reason this one's called Here Cometh the Lady of Gold.
I don't know who's worse, her or Ducat.
Guards are now pouring on the gangplanks as the Empress herself can be seen on the deck.
I think we have two options.
Her eyes pouring over the rail car, seeming to briefly stop on Tinks.
Fuck.
Hoods up, hoods up.
My hood has never come down.
And since we're actually getting to meet her, I can finally show y'all the image for her.
Oh, she's gonna be hot, and I'm gonna be scared.
From Yafutoman royalty married into Valuan nobility, after brutally murdering her husband in his sleep and stealing the throne, the Lady of Gold, who rules over Valua with an iron fist.
Oh, she's so
Oh,
pretty.
damn.
Empress
Oh,
Han,
damn.
the Lady of Gold.
I also love the music at the right time. I actually went
Yeah,
cut down.
yeah, the swell of it was so good.
I
Oh,
timed
damn.
it. I timed it.
This
Oh,
is
man, I don't have any music playing. Ripping pieces.
this is all bad. Jamali, you said we had two options?
Either we repel the invading force and we commandeer the train, or we manage to board her ship as they're boarding the train, and we steal her ship.
I hope this music selection is tension-filled enough for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boarding her ship and taking it sounds fucking hilarious.
It does. Shame that one's not very stealthy.
We'll have to fight either way.
You would also have to fight through a literal wave of Royal Guard.
Oh, buddy.
If you think you're up to that challenge, I will not stop you.
I mean,
Well, fuck it, we
Think
got a
that's
rise in the
signing
box.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so we can see out the window. We can see them boarding the ship, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is it one gangplank or several?
Who's looking out the window?
Tinks.
I'm looking out the window.
It's me too.
Okay, anybody who has a passive perception lower than 20 will have to roll me a perception check.
Oh god.
So basically everyone else.
I was just watching them guards.
Yeah, Arya's just looking down and thinking about Fibble and how we left them.
So you count 15 gangplanks in total.
Whew.
I'm assuming there's guards at each of them.
Guards stationed at each of them, and numerous more guards pouring down each of them.
We can't fight this.
Tanks has a chance to count during all of this, and counts at least 70.
Oh,
Nah, that's not happening.
we would have to. Oh god, we would have
Right.
to like pass.
It's a disadvantage for
stealth
them.
checks against every single one of them. If even one of them saw us, like they just alert.
I'm saying nobody else heard them.
I heard you saying something. I didn't quite catch it.
Oh,
though.
I was drinking my drink. I said, no, well, that's a disadvantage for them.
I think I don't know what we can do. There's too many.
I think taking her ship is no longer an option.
I don't think it ever was.
I don't even think we'd get to the front of this train in time to commandeer it.
All right, time to see if the Deus Ex Machina pulls up. Oh, lucky y'all.
Whew.
So as you were all panicking, trying to figure out what to do, a hatch opens up from underneath you. There is a small, dirty orphan child.
Oh.
She presses a finger to her mouth to tell you all to be quiet and beckons that you join her under the floor.
I'm immediately jumping down.
As you jump down, you land on top of the rails.
Oh, actually,
Watch
that's
your-
perfect.
Watch your step.
Oh god. Oh, this is above every.
It's above
death.
fucking cloud. Fucking
Oh god.
cloud
Below,
sky.
there is nothing but darkness and clouds.
Alexander's gonna make.
You are tightrope walking over death.
Any of us got rope?
No. I don't
So-
at least.
Is everybody following?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as the last of you makes her way through the floor, she very quickly places the floor piece back and back in place just before the guards make their way to your cart. She then motions silently for you to join her as she begins sprinting down the rails.
Fuck it, I'm going with her. I'm not questioning.
I'm not sprinting, but I'm going with it.
I made eye contact with that lady. I am scared. She got purple purse. I'm running. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, I think we're all going. Just like, no, don't want to deal with all that up there, so we'll follow you.
I would rather fight a child than 70 guards.
Who's gonna fight a child?
If the child turns on us, I'd rather fight the child than the 70 guards.
You're panicked. You're getting hysterical.
I
You're
am.
paranoid.
I don't trust no one now.
As each of you makes your way along the rails in the dark, you hear the hustle of the train, guards making their way through, checking every car, and just before you're out of sight, as you're about to round the corner into one of the service tunnels, a spotlight from the ship shines onto you.
Fuck.
Abandoning all sense of stealth, the young girl yells, "Run," and ducks into the service tunnel as the ship begins unmooring itself from the train, preparing to speed towards you.
Booking it.
Yeah,
Booking it.
Booking it.
Running.
Each of you makes your way into the cavern of the service tunnels before the ship has a chance to catch up. Now out of sight, hidden in the darkness, the ship flies by, searching desperately to sniff you out.
Well, that smell funny. You can stop that.
I should have made more of these tonics. God damn it! I made one singular tonic that would be helpful right now, but it's not enough for everyone.
I mean, use it if you got it.
It's increases your speed by 15 feet and gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Ooh, that's really good.
But
Where are you in
I
the
was
tunnels,
I was gonna like the idea was if we needed to do something acrobatic or whatever, the person who was going to do it would have an advantage. I don't have 4 of them.
Fair enough.
It is not the right piece of music. Hold on. There it is. With the looming threat out of the way, the young girl beckons you to follow, leading you down sets of stairs, winding tunnels, eventually making your way to a sewer system, where a small encampment, what appears to be several homeless people, and a cacophony of children.
Oh,
Oh, Arya's delighted.
oh.
The girl assures you that here, for the night at least, you are safe. The exhaustion from the day's events finally overtaking you, as each of you, one by one, having been shown to your tent, feels the last shreds of your consciousness fading away.
Do we have a scene for this, or is it still the queen?
It's gonna be on the rail car here.
Okay.
That works.
And that's actually where we're going to pause for the week.
Oh,
Oh,
Fair.
no.
Because I do not know how much time we have left before Pin's second stream of the day.
It's at 8.
True.
We got 5 hours. We got 4 hours.
Okay, then let me put it to you like this. Who's up for a ship fight today?
I love ship battles.
Hold on. Have we've freed up Tinks as a pilot, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get an extra turn.
I feel like 5 rounds will go a lot faster than 4.
Mm-hmm.
without spoiling anything, your ship battle was against a single ship.
Well, no,
Yeah,
two.
this is going to be a lot.
Yeah, we fought a ship and a fucking Gigas.
What would happen if you? What would happen if you had to deal with 2 flagships and 2 Gygas at the exact same time?
2?
Well, we're not going to kill the Gygas, so
2? How?
I'm
Which
not saying-
ones?
I'm not saying anything.
They have the fucking whale, don't they?
Okay, the whale makes sense, but we blew up the heart of the yellow one.
We blew up a prototype. They may have more.
yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling confident.
good
We
to
got
keep
plenty of
going.
time.
I'm good.
I'm gonna
I'm
keep
good.
going for a while.
Here's what we could do. Let's just go and go until we're like, this would probably be a good place to pause because
I was about to say this is probably a good place to pause.
I want to keep going. I got time.
That's why I'm suggesting we pause. Under the assumption that this next leg of the story is going to take a while, I can definitely get you to before the ship battle, but I didn't have the ship battle prepared today.
Oh,
because I
if it's not
assumed-
prepared, then
I assumed that we would be going up until just pre-fight.
Oh, well, why don't we do that? We go up until pre-fight and then we stop there.
Fair enough.
I'm good for that. If we're putting it to a vote.
yeah. Saucy, Des, you good for a little bit longer?
I got something
Yeah.
to eat, but that's about it.
Yeah,
think
it's
we're
like
good.
4 hours.
Yeah, we got time.
Oh, the music.
Kick the music back up.
Yeah, let's go, baby!
Again, wrong song. I
Damn.
constantly do this to myself.
Can we at least can we take a small break though?
Yeah, do we want to... We'll take a snack and water break? Do like a cute 10, 15?
Yeah.
Use a drink.
Okay. All right, everyone, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with a little bit more of the story, and then we will pause for the week. And the next week we will not be doing a session, but the week after we will start back up. So, BRB.
Yeah.
idea was just to get the damn smoke out, and then we could continue to disarm the thing, but y'all were like, oh, this is an escape route, let's blow it up. Anyways, hello, we're back. So, the story is actually crashed. We don't have it. Can't continue. So sorry.
Yeah, the PDF that I'd written a lot of the story in didn't save properly, so a good chunk of the story going forward is now
Kaputski.
non-existent.
Kaputsu.
Gone.
Really sucks, but at least we had a good session up to this point.
Yeah.
And this is a solid stopping point.
Agreed. So, everyone in chat, next week, I will be on hiatus. So, next week we will not have a session, but the week after, we will pick it back up on Saturdays. I do have something special planned for campaigns going forward. So hopefully you tune in and you get to experience some really neat shit that I'm excited for. But as always, thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for feeding the gobos. Make sure you follow each and every one of these talented creators. Kaz recently got an iPhone, so his tracking is all sexy now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna help
You
him.
didn't have one before? Hold on, I
No.
want to see it later.
I know.
Show it to me later.
I gotta fuck. I'm gonna go fuck with his settings right now. As soon as we end, I'm gonna go in there and we're gonna.
Oh my
fix
god!
it, and then I'll show
Screen
you.
share it. Show
That's
me.
hot. That's hot.
Yeah. We'll go into VC and you'll see it.
Yeah.
But again, make sure you follow everyone. Look forward to what these creators have got working on and what they got going and all that jazz. We will be going live again tonight at 8 p.m. for Salty Bet. So if you guys want to have some drinks and see some silly fights and just kind of vibe, these streams are a lot of fun. Hopefully I will see you there. Votum's going to be here with me doing some colorful commentary. And then tomorrow, I am going to have a special Just Chatting stream to just kind of talk with you all about why I'm going on hiatus, how it's gonna work for like DMs and social interactions and stuff. So if you give a shit, come hang out. You'll see the notification going live in the Discord. But that is it. Everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you for joining us.
Stay hydrated. Goodbye.